actually streaming?
Yes, because let's go, champ. Now we're streaming. Here you go. Because we're gonna do the patch discussion with people. People already doing it, and I didn't look at patches very much so far, so I wanna do it and then discuss it on a go. So where is I just need to
Yeah, I was
get
thinking of
my
doing some replays, discussing it too. There's some
yep.
good things. There's some really, really weird things. And
All
yeah.
right.
I like the leadership buff to Minotaurs, but I hate that they also felt the need to debuff the charge bonus and melee attack as well. It's like, just do one thing.
No. I will show you why. It makes perfect sense. It's like
With the
this patch
blood greed
notes.
changes.
Yeah. This patch notes, like they're like
Okay,
a
then it
little bit
makes sense with the blood
chaotic.
greed changes.
Yes,
I guess I didn't account for that.
I will
With the
show.
frenzy changes, maybe.
Not well, they don't have frenzy, but yes, their stuff
Well,
is
I mean,
also.
with some of the other changes, like the Plague Monk Sensor Bearer change.
Let's
Actually, it's
see.
just the frenzy change.
Sensor bears are frenzy change. Miners don't have frenzy, but
Yeah.
they also have a passive. I'll
Yeah, because
talk
they shouldn't
about
touch
it.
them otherwise. Or at least not via nerf.
So where is self prom?
So.
Just I'm gonna advertise myself a little bit. Where is self promotion? Here you go. Here. Patch discussion. Let's go,
I like that they
champs.
made they made cavalry a little better. Unfortunately, they also made chariots better than cavalry.
Yes, chariots right now get like insane buff, while cavalry gets small buff. So, yep. It's still better than before, so I take it. I fucking will take it. Patch discussion with the champs. Here you go. Control C, Control V. Yes, notify people. Oh, nice. It's even like showing my thumbnail. For some reason lately it was not showing my thumbnail in these things. Here you go. All right. Here you go. Did it. I did it. And now I'm gonna quit here. Discard changes. And here you go. Let's read through patch notes. Right? Wait a second. Oh, I need to do a pop-out chat for myself. Yeah. Sup, where's the Doom wheels? Hey, Romulan Duck. That's a question for you. Romulan, come on. Where's the Doom wheels? I think he's hiding them from us. He's very greedy for his Doom wheels.
Yep. I keep all the Doom wheels to myself. Keep the stash ready at hand.
Yes, all right.
Really,
So
I was hoping there was a 50 gold decrease to the Doom wheel for no reason other than selfishness.
we tested them in everybody gets a little buff, so we tested them like how good they're. Oh, technically, yeah, Hadges, I can host a lobby.
Oh,
Yeah,
really
sure.
just prefer them to have like 400 more HP. The price is fine. Then again, their HP is okay. I just like them to have a little.
All right. Only champs allowed. All right, so for almost 5 years, Crowhazer has been waiting for the right moment to take to the skies. Well, that's on you, Creative Assembly. I mean, come on, guys. It's like you're talking at something like something exciting, but come on, he should have been flying, dude. All right, whatever. Beastmen have now Feral Manticores, one of the biggest change for basic roster for Beastmen. All right, we have new unit cards. You'll have to, I guess, look up it for yourself a little bit because actually I probably should drop it in here. I'm gonna
Can
drop
help
it
but
here.
think the Manticore, along with the Great Bray Shaman, may very well be the most impactful change to Beastmen.
Bray
That's
Shaman,
very
you
much
mean Great Bray Shaman?
Great Bray.
I
Yeah.
actually think, especially in this meta, when everybody snipes their lords, I think you're not gonna see much use of these guys. You rather still take a shaman here, especially with the rule. Well, we will see about the rule. We need Hadges to test stuff, and if the testing will, not fail or fail, whatever how you want to look at it, we will ban chariot mounts. Not ban. We will restrict chariot mounts to only one for Beastmen, because That's how they work right now. Even like basic shamans on chariots just absolutely obliterate stuff. Like 3 shamans, the great shaman and 2 basic shamans kill Kolik. Because I know, of course they would. It's a little bit too
Yeah, I
strong.
mean, it has long been the case with Beastmen. Few players, I mean, players who knew the roster knew that the heroes on the Chariot always presented a very powerful hitting force, and now with the better option and some of them getting buffed, just even more so.
Well, they bugged. That's a problem right now. All of the
And
chariots
even
are.
more, and with the
Yeah.
bugs, even more so. So
All right, Hydras,
even
I
with
posted
all
these.
those
like
things
even with
amplified,
all right,
especially
I
with the
can
bug.
hop in a sec. My
Thanks,
game
champ.
crashed.
Oh, well, that's great. All right, so we have green ring ability is active. We have red rings for spells. That's pretty fun, but not super impactful. Any thought on Skaven and Norse Canyors for no reason? Oh, we're gonna get to them. Let's go. Sub showtime. Hola, skink.
Yeah, the small rat ogre nerf. I was just a bit
I will
infuriated.
show everything.
But
Yes, I will. So there is
it's not bad.
yeah, Chilean collisions. Okay. Okay. The soft collision volumes on these 3 chariots. So I was talking, yes, I was saying to people it's Razer Gors as well. People say, oh, it's only Task Gors. No, it's all of them. And even Orkboard chariots have been optimized. Yeah, let's call it optimized. So sadly, that's a bug. That's definitely not how it works. Chariot have collision. Actually, I'm very interested in what do they have to say to me. In Warhammer 2, chariots have collision volumes that cover each other of the 3 elements that the unit consists: the drought animals, the articulation point, okay, and the chariot. Okay, so the articulation point, interesting. I don't think this point can attack. I hope not. We discovered that the collision volume of articulation point was typically a lot longer. Wait, it can? They can attack from just a little, I don't know, piece of rope that tying down animal and the chariot. That sucks. All right, it needed to be. So the chariot made a turn, a whole bunch of collisions would sticking out of the side of a unit. When enemy units are bunched up against your chariot, using collision volume it slows it down exponentially based on how many entities are touching the collision volumes. All right. Well, that's about movement. That's nothing about how they kill stuff. You can now imagine that a turning chariot with massive collision on its articulation point would expose to a lot of additional. Yes, that's limo. That's lizard limos. They have a very long, let's call it shaft, and they get stuck and then they die. Yes, we knew it. All right.
And that's not the one they fixed it for.
And that's not the one they fixed it. They said we're fixing it for Tasgo, Razer, Godorg, or Chariots. Where are my limos? All right. The collision on the articulation point now being reconfigured to an appropriate site, which has significantly increased collision attack which has significantly increased the collision attack performance and lessens thickness. So here, what we need to look at the collision attacks. It's absolutely bonkers right now. It's insane. Like I did like this little video when Kazrak absolutely owns Setch on the Chariot. That's probably the reason why. All right.
There's
So-
definitely some multi-hitting going on.
All right, so it's insane, and it's like full damage multi-hit. It's not like, oh, I'm like gonna tickle you a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so the Lizardmen roster has undergone noticeable change this time around. Untrue. A lot of monstrous units that have moved around into more. Oh, you mean visually? So, like, if you take a look, we have Beastlord Solar Engine. Instead of being like ranged monsters, we have it here now. So it's with skirmish cavalry. So also, what does it mean is with unit caps. So you see, these guys are missile cavalry chariots, and Pterodon riders are also missile cavalry chariots. So here you go. So that's a thing, and you should be, aware of this. And as you see, it doesn't contain these slow guys, but it does contain Ancient Salamander, which it may be a bug, it may be a feature, I don't know. Oh, sub Hadris. Let's go. I don't know. Can you see Hadris on stream, or he's probably perfectly covered by
No,
patch notes?
this is fine. It's perfect.
Hadris is hit. It's sneaky Hadris.
Yes, yes.
Yes. All right.
Assassinating.
All right. Well, I guess it's fine. Okay, he can come on the left side, and you will see him. Spells and ability of movement speed. So now here is the big changes. So what they did is they adjusted volumes, adjusted numbers to be like they round up everything. I disagree with this change because I thought they have a special formula, and that's the reason why they had it not round up. The reason why it was 24% is because of testing and thought process. Apparently, not quite. I would like to be untrue, but yes. So they round up a lot of stuff, and it does mean that you will get unexpected buffs and unexpected nerfs to things, which is, you know, I don't know. Skaven or obviously P need nerf. Oh, chose. Let's just walk over it. Yeah, it's like you look at meta and like you barely see Skaven are strong. They're not like underpowered by any means, but come on, they didn't. They didn't. All right. But the thing is, people thought Beastmen are, you know, underpowered, and
Yeah.
like for example, they beat
I think
Skaven.
I think there's also a problem with how tournaments go. If it's not a first pick faction, you won't see it nearly as often, and Skaven is nowhere near a first pick faction. They were
like
early a first pick faction when
the
they were
best-
OP.
Yeah, the best way to well, they were, but the best way
No,
to
they
deal
were,
with
but it was
it
close.
is you know, frequent patches, which we don't have it, and sadly we cannot do it with just a rule. There is few ways to
Yeah.
do it with a different picking system, and I think tournament organizers will have to adapt and use one picking system and then switch to another to just freaking shake out
For variety's sake,
just
yeah. I
for
mean,
variety. There are a few
yeah,
very good ones.
there are some tournaments that do it. I think whenever the meta gets stale, we get them. I kind of wish like ultra fun tournaments would become
I agree.
more normal
Ultra
because
fun.
they're just fun.
Ultra funds and not 40 units. Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. Ultra funds
Yeah.
buff, especially right now, they buff factions that are not too strong. Like for example, greenskins will not get buffed as much because just of pure scale. Like they don't have as many like cool, super expensive units. And something like high elves or dark elves will freaking get buffed immensely, and they kind of suck right now. So here we go. Man, high elf
Yeah.
changes are so
The
good.
meta's basically destroyed.
Loopy,
If you
don't
play at a
you,
different price point.
Loopy, don't you joke? Like, come on. I know what you mean. We all know what you mean. Just shush. All right, so let's just take a look. All right, so technically, all right, like I already like played a little bit on a patch, and I think this is best patch of the year, which doesn't say a lot because we had like 3 patches, but you know.
Even though it's super bugged.
Yes, it's still best patch of the year for sure because
Yeah,
previous patch
sure.
was Rakard patch, and oh dude, I hate Rakard now. Fuck this guy. He brought this cavalry back on us, and now I cannot play my cavalry, and I don't like this game without cavalry. So yes, a cavalry is back, baby. Let's go. That's why I think this is the
Another
best
patch
patch.
besides that, though. Did we get one other patch besides
Yes.
Ricard?
Yes, I
We
think
did?
the silent, no, the silence. Oh, not the, you know, the Sisters of Twilight. Frosty got -10 for sure. Yeah, yes.
Oh, that was last year though, right?
Yeah,
It was
exactly,
just a hot
Davina.
take.
Yes, we all wanted stronger, this pitiful melee attack debuff because it's very annoying. Nobody likes it. Vampire counts specifically don't like it. Nobody wants it. Everybody wants their frostbite and AoE spells and melee attack. But no, you're not getting this. You're getting this stupid melee attack buff. Yes. Amazing.
Dryads got Frostbite before Frost Phoenix.
Just shut up. All right, so we have Kazrak. So for Kazrak, you see like all of these little stat changes. It's again more or less a roundup. like anti-infantry roundup, armor piercing roundup, charge bonus roundup, melee attack roundup, and buff to melee defense. Here is the thing. On a Razor Guard Chariot, he is worse. Oh, here's actually also one little bug, which, I mean, again, I think they're gonna fix it, like, specifically this one, so I don't think it's, like, whatever. I still like it a lot, though. Alright, so here is your stuff. Look at that. Taskguard Chariot, and you lose your abilities. Razor Guard Chariot, and you can select your abilities. You press on Taskguard Chariot, you lose them. I think you see it on the stream. Let's see. You see it on the stream? Yes, you see it on the stream. I don't know why, but that's how it works. And yes, on a Taskguard Chariot, I think that's the most cost-effective Kazrak. You take him just on Taskguard Chariot and Blackmail. So you lose abilities, but you don't need them. His whip is total nonsense. Whoever thought it's a good idea was wrong. And like, I think even in freaking campaign, it's not good. So yes. Of course, we're talking about multiplayer because, you know, I'm sorry. In campaign, unit balance doesn't matter as much. In campaign, it's all about your buildings and how you get your units and how many buffs you can stop on top of each other.
Folk on the whatever the patch notes are blocking the stats screen. People can't see.
Oh, you don't need stats.
Well, they're saying they want stats.
Oh, you want stats?
But
No, stat-wise is like whatever. No, I'm not talking
The
about
same.
stats. No. What you need to see is the cost of a guy. If you take a look, abilities are hidden now. I cannot select my abilities, and if I take Raise Task or Chariot, bam, all abilities are dropped. I cannot select them. So yes, I think this one is the most effective. Stat-wise, it's not gonna tell you much. It's fine.
Actually, weapon, like, part of the reason the bug is so extreme on character mounts is because of their high armor piercing damage. So the armor piercing damage buff is actually pretty relevant. Just because that's adding to the massive multi-splash attacks that he's doing to
Here's
kill
the thing.
all the cavalry
You
and
pay
everything.
200 more for 6/6 stats. Almost no. So the thing, what you need on a Chariot is survivability, especially right now, because they hit, they kill stuff. It doesn't matter. The damage is good, almost 400 base. So you need just cost effectiveness. That's how multiplayer works. And yes, I think this is a go-to for Kazrak. And if we will see Kazrak, like at least for 1500, it's still not too cheap. I would like it. I would like Kazrak more than just because he needs a little bit of, you know, time to shine. He's not too OP. He's
But why does Cetra suck?
It's pretty broken though. Yeah, I mean, it's broken. The chariots are broken a little bit. All right, so let's see. We have. Oh, Nakai. Yes, we're gonna go to Nakai. So Beastlord, same stuff. He is a little bit more expensive. Cost 1200. That's on a chariot. That's on a Razor Guard chariot. So Razor Guard chariots get a little bit buffed. However, Taskguard chariot are still more cost effective. Here you go. That's my take on it. It's not like Razor Guard chariots are bad. It's just they're less cost effective. So there you go. And we're gonna see both of them get nerfed. So Razor Guard will suck, and Taskguard chariot will be good. That's probably what will happen.
With a hot fix,
Yep.
probably, yeah.
More or less. Malagor can now fly. There you go. His speed, they didn't say it what his speed is. I will show you. His speed is absolutely ridiculous.
It's hilarious. I love him.
Just check, Pam. His speed is 110. He was, I think, 40 or 38 speed, and now he's 110. I actually thought he will be a slow flyer. That's how I thought he would.
Well, that's the thing. He
I
moves
believe I can
in game, not in accordance with his wings. So you see him flapping his wings, but he's not moving like in accordance with his wings. He's just gliding forward. It just looks so funny.
He's the best glider. So in terms of the, like, what do you want on Malagor? Because Malagor now is completely different unit. He have new spells. So I would say the best for him right now would be these two spells. Yes, Pendulum sucks. It get nerfed so many times, while Flock of Doom is now key. Because, and we will get to it with all other factions, but as of right now, and everybody should know it, because because when you click on an AoE spell and you drop it on the ground, any models that you tag will trigger full effect on a full unit. So if you tag one Centigore model, one, I don't know, Dreadspear model on a side, it gets launched by Cavalry. It just happens to be in Archer line, and you just Flock of Doom the Archers. They all get fucked. So one Flock of Doom can easily catch half of enemy army. Easily, no problem. Like freaking 7 units in one Flock of Doom. Easily done.
Hello?
Hello. Yes.
That's a reversion to the Dwellers Below time.
Oof.
You're wrong.
Well,
When,
now,
as long as the Dwellers touched the model, you died.
well,
But
wow.
Dwellers was a different case.
Yeah,
obviously.
so here, so what does it mean? It means all AoE spells are redunculous right now. Just absolutely. With these AoE spells attack people.
Mm-hmm. Soul Stealer is probably the best spell in the game now.
Final Transmutation, Soul Stealer, Flock of Doom. Flock of Doom is insane, dude, as well. But yeah, so the reason, yes, we'll take it. There is a very good, solid reason to say why Dark Elves right now are definitely better than previously. Dark Elves and High Elves were basically like, I know, contesting for final spots in metagame.
Yeah. Now
Like-
I think it's High Elves and Norska fighting for
Yes.
the lowest spot,
Yeah, we
and
will.
I think it goes to High Elves, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, so we have Razor Goat Chariot. Again, Razor Goat Chariot is like whatever, so he have new spells. That's cool. His cost is way higher, so the thing is, even though his cost is way higher, it's basically like you just give him a Pegasus, and that's it. So he was always relatively decent in melee. So I think more or less like the cost of 1600 is more or less what you probably should use him as, like cost wise. And he is relatively cost effective. He will probably not pay for himself in damage, but he will summon the Cygors literally in the face of somebody and smack it with a boulder. It will be very fun. So, all right. More Beastman changes because of course. Okay, so Razor Guard Chariots. We're gonna go to Manticore in a little bit. Yeah, so Manticore is now here. So let's go Poison. So go a little bit out of order. We have a Manticore and the Poison. So Poison Hounds, poison all units with Poison get changed. The Poison is nerfed. One of the biggest changes for the update. It's the greatest.
It's one of the yeah.
Probably change. So now it's from 24%, I think, was like across the stats. It was like 24%. Now it's 15. It's much
big
better.
enough nerf. Yeah.
It's huge nerf for melee poison units. So melee poison units should receive something for it. And
yeah, but it's a balance for ranged poison units.
Yeah, for ranged poison units, it's just whatever. I think it's more or less similar because you still don't poison your own troops, so it's still so worth it. All right.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. 20% worth it and 50% won't. No, it is much, Tom Rainier. It is very noticeable. It's a quarter, dude. Come on. All right, so.
It's
Basically,
definitely a step in the right direction. I think they could have gone 10%, but I mean, Poison's long been one of the strongest abilities in the game, and finally they've actually done something about it, and it's a great thing.
All right, so now Gorbul's, Minotaurs and stuff. So we will see how their ability changed, but if anyone is an old patch, can tell me what the ability was. So here's, I'm gonna show you the ability. Just a sec. I need to hide. Yes, I can show you the ability. So that's an ability, Blood Greed. Right now, if you engage in melee, you get 5 melee attack, 10% charge bonus. I always hate when it's percentage based because, like, it looks big. Like 10, right? It's not 10. It's 4. It's 4 charge bonus for Gorbul. It's like whatever. 4 leadership and immune to Psych. So 5 melee attack is immune to Psych. What we're looking for. Immune to Psych.
Oh no, Nakai did get buffed.
Nakai did get buffed. Yes, he still sucks. Long story
Probably.
short,
I remember most
yes.
Blood Greed, it was 8 leadership and an AoE though, so you always took it on one Gorbul and not the second. And, it was an AoE that was constant, not conditional in melee. So,
All right, so
it was
Slaughter's Call, yeah, that's
like
the one you want.
30 meters. So
All
it's
right.
an interesting change.
All right. So
As
we have.
was-
So we have. Let's go. All right. Just a sec. Bam. Vivaldi open. All right, so let's go for so for this blood grid. So let's see. Blood grid on live version is plus 15 leadership and ITP. So what I did is they buffed blood grid a lot. So now it's 5 melee attack, ITP, less leadership. However, all Minotaurs get plus 10 leadership base, which means they in melee, the change in melee is plus 3 melee attack because they lost 2 melee attack across the board, right? So it's plus 3 melee attack, minus 1 leadership, and same-ish, similar-ish charge bonus, right? Because they charge they lowered, but they give it to passive, so... Well, I just realized. Charge
bonus passive in melee. Yeah.
Charge
Well-
bonus, come on. Charge bonus works when you're not in melee. When you charge it.
Well,
What-
doesn't the charge bonus apply for a few seconds after you've engaged in melee?
Yes,
the
it's
first
on a-
few
No.
swings.
No.
So,
The charge bonus is like one of the main characteristics of a Minotaur unit, right? They hit hard, they hit fast. So it just seems like an odd change. But I love the leadership change.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
come on, that's
after
amazing.
yeah,
But
the way
Dark
charge
buff
bonus
is
works, it
head scratcher, unfortunately.
gradually disintegrates over a few seconds. So for a first hit, it doesn't apply. For a second hit, it's already decaying, and it does apply. It's very weird change. I don't see the reason for it. And whoever did engaged in melee, but you get charge bonus, I don't get the logic for
it's
it.
a bit weird.
It's a
but
bit weird,
sure.
let's say like this. But we will take it. You know what? Whoever made this change, we will take it because you buffed our
It's a
Minotaurs.
net buff. It is a net buff.
Yes. So
Yep,
far, it's a
indeed.
huge buff because we get base leadership of 75, which is one of the highest leadership for any monstrous infantry. I think freaking Tree can have less. Actually, for full seriousness, I think Tree can, like the tankiest boys, they have 70, I think. They have 70 indeed. So there you go. Minotaurs are actually
I think the highest on the current patch is Dragon Ogres at 72.
they're not monstrous infantry. All right, and so we have
They're close enough.
we have so many buffs for Beastmen, and oh yeah, Sigor get nerfed. So whoever I don't know thought that would be an appropriate thing. So losing 1000 HP on Ultra is 750 HP on hour.
I have to say, I really
750.
don't like this change too because they gave that Sigor that HP and then they just kind of took it away later. It's a really weird change.
So
It's
here is the
a
reason
seesaw.
why it
which is-
sucks so much. Why exactly is this? Like, if they would nerf, let's say, melee defense instead, so it will also, die faster, or if they would even nerf, let's say, armor even, like from 50 to 30, it will be less, worse. But HP pool, so the reason why it sucks, Sigars were already bad against cannons. You cannot really cost effectively win artillery duel with a Sigor. And right now, you will just get sniped. It's 1550 is extremely expensive, and you cannot justify 750 gold for 750 HP on an hour, So he had 8,000 right now on life patch, I'm pretty sure. So 8,000 like 100 or something. And this is a huge nerf. I have no idea why Sigars deserved it. Maybe somebody can, explain it to me. All right, so Destroyers of Dark Cloud Angkor Spearman, same, it's a poison. So the second thing that they changed was Frenzy. And let's take a look at Frenzy. So you see, Defenders of Fleur de Lis now cost more. That's enough for Beastmen. So far, if my conclusion with new units, Beastmen are a solid faction, but they're not OP. Because we're gonna nerf this stupid Chariot bug. Here you go. So Beastmen will not be OP because of this. If we would allow Chariots to just rampage through everybody, I think they would be just overpowered. So here you go.
Well, I mean, I definitely agree with the character mount limit, but do you think there should also be a limit on
maximum
regular
base chariots.
chariots.
Dude, we will think
Yeah.
about it. This is like I know
Because
your concern. Yes, we will.
like it's a stacking thing because 2 is
What do you think?
still I think 2 is still relatively balanced. At 3 you get a problem. At 4 you're killing like all the blood knights. Like
Basically,
4
you say that it needs
spam
to
of 4
be
spam of
max 2.
4
Okay.
chariots. Yeah, because spam of 4 chariots that kills Mazda on Zlak, that kills any monster dice to 4 with them.
We will
All
see.
cavalry.
We will
It's
think about it because at least they're not single entity chariots. You can't counter them. At the same time, they're so cheap. 750
You
for
really-
a chariot is very cheap.
when they all fight together as a what is it, 15? No, as a 12, like as a 12 model Doom blob of AP chariots, you can't really fight them.
No, Ethereum, what I was talking about with armor and melee defense is I'm talking that melee defense or armor wouldn't feel really, as you said, because it's already so bad that if you nerf it, it wouldn't change much. It will change only statistically. Like if you're gonna test things, you will see difference. But HP is a huge nerf to just the range capabilities of Beastmen. Like they're already super rushy faction. Like why would you? Whatever. All right. So let's go Britonia. So for Beastmen, more or less true. Everybody already heard about the new super hot units and stuff. So I'm gonna talk about that. Britonia. No nerf Fey. Nerf OP. Please abuse Fey. Cavalry sucks, but Fey rules. So Britonia is fine because of this. Very sad that Britonia literally get carried by one unit, but that's what you get, guys.
I mean, that's more or less where Dark Elves are.
Oh,
if
Dark
you
Elves.
Think about it.
Oh, we're gonna see what. Yes, Dark Elves will be in a literally same spot. Like
Yeah, it's
one
very
to one.
similar to
Build's gonna
Britonia.
Medusa,
They're going to
but
become a higher skill Britonia because it's not a mindless mortis. You actually have to think about where you're.
Yeah, you can. There will be a lot of death blobs with foot Mariachi, but we're not gonna. It will be absolutely mindless, but we will see about that. Defenders of Fleur de Lure. So you see the nerf. Then you see Battle Pilgrims nerf. Then you see Holy Wardens nerf. And Grail Relic even get nerfed. And you like, what they're thinking? What is that? Let me explain to you why it doesn't matter. Because Frenzy right now, let me put it up for you. I will have to do this. Frenzy for you now does 10 melee attack, which is better. And it has a P damage now and charge bonus. Pretty sure it was more or less just weapon strengths, I think. 25%. So what does it mean? It means it's more or less buff across the board. It's a slight nerf to Pilgrims, I think, because their damage was 32, now it's 31 base. So 25% of like they do lose a little bit, but it's still fine. More or less. Battle Pilgrims are actually a good unit. You should all use them. Reason why? Because they cost like Dryads and they beat Dryads. That's all you need to know. So
yeah, Tequila kind of makes the point for Skaven. Basically, the Frenzy change is an overall nerf for Skaven because they lose it.
For defenders
fast.
of Fleur de Lure, so these guys, that's actually very interesting change. So what they did, they didn't done anything. They just buffed Frenzy for these guys and they increased the cost. Is it a buff to a unit? No. It's a nerf and I don't know why they did it, but at least I explained to you their logic behind why would they just increase the cost. Because Frenzy get buffs, they have Frenzy. Here you go. I don't know why would you take these guys, because it's melee attack for a cavalry units that have 9 AP damage. And 30 weapon strengths. Like just saying, Battle Pilgrim have more. And more melee attack. Okay. It has slightly less melee attack, but it hits harder. Here you go. So, what's the point of that? I don't know, but that exists. Here you go. Battle Pilgrims are better than Defenders. I know why Defenders exist. In this meta, Defenders are more or less a little bit dead. And, yeah. that's whatever. Well, at least I explained. Blessed Field Trebuchet. I mean, clearly you all know how underpowered melee defense on peasant models of trebuchets, these little peasants that operate trebuchets. We all needed this +1 melee defense. In your dreams, you definitely had it. So here you go. You get it. Be happy now. Oh, here you go. Here fucking
Yay,
go.
Dark
All right.
Elves.
That's a boys. So I don't think there will be meta, but oh boys, they're better than in this patch. In this patch, they're like kind of bottom tier, like compete for like how shitty they are. Dudes, it all changes, and it doesn't matter that Hellebron get better frenzy. So Hellebron, you see the 70 to 68, it's still a buff because now frenzy gives a P. So Hellebron gets a little bit of a buff, not a nerf. Again, they're not explaining this, but they did. Then Cauldron of Blood got cheaper finally. It's still almost 2k.
By 50. I mean, come
You
on.
will never take it. So this thing is slightly better. You will never take it. Hellebron Manticore don't exist. I still couldn't give them. just I'm gonna show you guys. There's like one thing that like just bummers me all. Like it was always bummering me. Like just take a look at armor value on let's say Supreme Sorcerers on a Manticore 80. Let's take Chaos. Chaos have a bunch of sorcerers. Here you go. A guy on a Manticore 80. Here is another guy on an armored Manticore. It's all armored Manticores 80. Here's another guy on an armored Manticore 80. So it's more or less consistent, right? No. The most expensive Manticore, the Hellebron Manticore, should have 45. Because fuck me in particular, that's why. So that's probably the reason why. I still think it's a very good update. I just think they should have, kind of fix this mistake. The thing is, even with 80 armor, you will not take Hellebron on a Manticore. Ever. There's that. Death Hack, slight nerf on foot, but it doesn't matter. She's still very good on foot. On a Cauldron of Blood, that's a Cauldron of Blood you may take. 1350 is cheaper than a Doom Wheel, so there is that. Oh yeah, Tiano 1 gets 75 armor because he's scaly guy. So Hellebron I got minus 50 gold, which should have been 25, but they got minus 50. I like it because poison change. That's a poison change. Witch Elves, that's just frenzy change. Frenzy change. It's literally nothing. As I tried to get you guys, frenzy get +2 melee attack to frenzy. So if you see Witch Elf lower melee attack, it's not. It's the same. It's just a little bit rebalanced. It's all the same. Bloodrock Medusa now.
I must say, I just found the diamond in the patch.
What?
But I will not allude to what that is.
All right.
Until later on.
All right. Very well. Oh, we have something good. Oh. Sorry. Yes. All right. So just a sec. So yeah, I'm like always forgetting. So we have Manticore. We have Death Hack. So Death Hack is same. Slightly better, actually. So on foot is slightly worse, but she's much better on foot. And on a Cauldron of Blood, she is slightly better, but she's worse on a Cauldron of Blood. So it's like, like in general. I don't know. It's still good. So it's all good changes. It's not negative change, not negative change. Here is a big change. So first of all, Warlocks get +4 melee defense. Hell yeah. 4 poison nerf. We need to keep it in mind. They get +4 for poison nerf, so it's a buff, but it's not as big of a buff. I would actually just take probably just cost decrease by like 50 instead, but still.
Yeah, I was going to say a cost decrease would be really nice since
Yeah.
they have had their price increased on at least 2 or 3 separate occasions.
Because because 26
up to 1200.
Yeah, and 26 melee defense is still very bad, so it's like not gonna change
I'm not sure
much.
if that's worth 100 gold. I mean,
Yes.
For their cost, you could say it is with the chevrons, but
yes, yeah, it barely,
anyway.
yeah, exactly, it barely worth it, and it's like you would rather not have it. Now Medusa,
Yep,
so
I just like your point there. Yep.
Medusa missile bonus against infantry now 10. This doesn't mean anything because it shoots every 7 seconds or so, so it's like 10 more. It's nothing. The damage wise is nothing. However, tweaked projectile spark position to help fire over allies. What it means, it can now shoot like a mortar with it glare. Like I'm gonna freaking shoot you through the roof or something. It's very funny. It's amazing, and it's a huge buff to Medusa shots. The thing is, it's still gonna die to like I don't know, 5 cannonballs into the face. Okay, maybe it's 7. So
I knew you'd like the Medusa buff though. That is it's a fun buff there.
yeah,
It's
so
a fun unit.
It's nice.
Like if you take a look, the only reason they have it, the only reason they did it, like this 10 missile dam, the 10% 10 anti-infantry bonus on range attacks, so they can put anti-infantry here, and it will be clear where anti-infantry lies, because in melee it sucks. It almost loses to one Illyrian Reaver. If you have like a Reaver with like 3 ranks, it will literally kill Medusa in melee. Just saying. Reason? It gets staggered. Like a basic pokes from Illyrian Reaver stagger Medusa to death. It misses a lot of your animations. Eagle beats Medusa. It's like, it's not a decent melee command. It's actually the worst monster in melee.
It is,
in a game.
yeah.
Here you
And
go.
now, like after Sally got the cost reduction, I was kind of hoping Medusa would too, but no,
No, Medusa
it's
will
still
not.
1300.
Yeah, so alright, let's go back to. So Medusa is better. Melee defense. So Slanish Harvesters again. War Hydra, more melee defense and less cost. Monsters still suck though, so it's a huge buff for any monster.
They
Technically,
keep buffing it,
they
and
keep
it's
buffing
still,
it, and it
yeah.
still sucks. Karib the same thing. Sisters
Chill,
of
though.
Slaughter. Okay.
Like Chill was always the best Hydra. Maybe Chill could be.
Right now it's actually not, because right now the reason why Chill was the best, because in melee it's better, but while you shoot at it, basic War Hydra is better. So like as a sponge, as a bullet sponge, War Hydra is better. So that's why like this melee defense, like it's nice to have it.
For me, the Chill was always about the leadership. Leadership on basic War Hydra
Chill is
was
freaking the
always
best. Chill is like the Frost Hydra is the best Hydra, but still. Alright, so we have Ravages of Rakar Scourgeiner, slightly cheaper. Nope, don't use them, they suck. And Sister of you pay 1200 for 3k HP. That's it. And melee, they're still Dark Elf Chariots. Sister of Slaughter get buffs. They're still not as strong as they used to be on release. So I would say they're the worst unit in Dark Elf roster. And that's an infantry meta.
Though.
That's like an infantry meta. So
yeah,
I think they're worse than Medusa now. So please don't use them. They suck. There was one matchup when they were good. It's dwarves. But dwarves have now so many cool things. They just obliterate light armor.
Technically, hold on. Technically, Sisters of Slaughter got their Trial of Blades ability used to be +9 melee attack. Now it's +10, like everything else. So they got an extra melee attack too.
Okay, all right. That's
so it's
true.
+2/+2.
Still,
yeah.
Okay, they may be one of the worst units for Dark Elves. So
I mean,
here
Black
you go.
Orc Corsairs are
Okay,
bad.
but now let me show you why Dark Elves, after we go through all the changes and we didn't saw the change that we needed, I'm gonna show you why Dark Elves will be new Britonia in terms of. So here is your Mariachi, and guess what? Mariachi is a unit that have up to 5 Soul Stealers because she has Great Arcane Conduit. That's 90 Winds of Magic, and then a little bit of Word of Caridon decrease Soul Stealer from 18 to 16, which is 2. So on 5 it's 10. Decrease. That's a huge thing. And as we pointed out a little bit earlier, Soul Stealer is one of the strongest spells right now. It already was one of the strongest spells for Dark Elves. It was not the strongest spells for like Wood Elves, because still like Lore of Life, like Lore of Fire, Lore of Life are still probably one of the strongest. However, Soul Stealer is right now for sure the best. It's better than any. It still heals you, but the damage is so good that right now it's worth it to just take Mariachi. I don't know, with just nothing on it, not even melee Mariachi. Only you take only your, I don't know, Great Urkin Conduit on a Pegasus and just spam Soul Stealers all game. It will be worth it, or maybe with Wand of Caridon. Just use it as a mage, not even use it in melee. It will be worth it just because how strong Soul Stealer is. Here you go. Oh, and another thing with Mariachi. Because they round up everything, Mariachi get more debuffs around her from her items.
Yeah.
Because of course she would. So already one of the strongest abilities in the game becomes stronger.
Was it always only active in melee? I think
Yeah,
so.
one of
but-
them.
Yeah, one of them. The other ones.
So
Or-
this one, minus 10 melee attack, it's worse in terms of stats, but it's better because you can just, it's a Frost Phoenix aura. So it's cost 200 gold, so you can literally just fly around and apply it.
Oh, they should give Morathi Frostbite.
Oh yeah, Mariachi should
Another
receive
weapon.
Frostbite earlier than Frost
Yes.
Phoenix. Yeah, because I mean, come on, Frost Phoenix don't have any Frost abilities. Come on. So here you go.
That'd be weird.
Even Malikis with Soul Stealer is way better. He was already very strong on a cold one. So, oh yeah, here you go. Another thing, all spells now cost set amount. Forgot to mention it. It's a big thing. So now spells cost, the base cost of a spell is 200 for big spells, 150 for medium spells, and 100 for cheap spells and passives as well. We're gonna talk about cheap spells
It
and
ends
how
up being it ends up being a cost reduction for some and a cost
Yeah.
increase for others. It's a little
do,
lopsided.
do I agree with this change? Yes, 100%. It's a good change. Do I think they forgot to buff few units that get absolutely screwed by it? I also think yes. Yes, they forgot. So here you go. All right. So now let's go dwarves. I would not like to talk about dwarves because they are very nasty right now. So, oh wow. All right. I really want to keep just dwarves for. Oof. Yes, Mariachi buffs. Let me read what people say. Burning Cat gets the stupid nerf. Don't think people will be ready for the new OP Hiles meta. Oh yeah. Oh, Hiles are so OP. Yes. All right. Ariel has Soul Seer plus Dweller. Just saying. They buffed the one Dark Elf on spells that didn't need it buff. Exactly.
Okay, wait, Falcon, let me sell you on the High Elf Archmage of Metal.
Yes, I
With
know. Yeah,
s-
final transmutation.
Maybe High Elves need to become
will
Chaos
talk- yes,
and
yeah, I will-
pretend they're a metal faction, yeah?
I will talk about that. No, they will have to. But I will talk about what High Elves
Yeah.
and why, even though High Elves are like one of the weakest, they are still better. Like you feel the power creep, just feel the power creep. You get a buff to High Elves because everybody get buff with this change. So it's a buff, and they're still the worst. Just imagine that. Not just still the worst. They are, yeah, they are probably are the worst. So here
Well,
you go.
Norska also has metal.
Teclis could spam like 1720 Flocks of Doom, no? No. Not 1720, but yes, he can spam like around 15 plus Flock
That'd
of
be a
Dooms,
funny
yeah.
thing to do.
Yes, you can spam basic Flock of Dooms. There's fly around, spam Flock of Dooms, but go do it. This one will not get you high, but you can do it. Just the reason why Flock of Doom is so good, it's cheap. You can't really use it as a main damage source. You still summon Manticores. It's just, I mean, yeah, I guess you can now. We'll see. Maybe you can use it as a main damage source. I don't know. Maybe Teclis
Maybe.
Flock of Doom meta will be here. I hope not.
That would be funny.
All right, so now Thorgrim. So now dwarves. I mean, you all know that even though I play a little bit of dwarves, as I play all factions, I don't like them. They don't like me, I'm pretty sure. So
No, they don't.
no, they don't. All right, so just okay. Separate. Oh shit, dog! Oh, we got the French squad here. Look at that. All right, so swap items. So we have lots of small buffs. So we have mass change. This will not change as much as you might think, because you will still stop Chariot with 900 or with
Okay.
2500, and that's what you're using these guys for. However, now the Gorbul, or let's say like a Minotaur, can get launched by attacking on Rune Lord on an anvil. Here you go. You're welcome. So a little
Working as
bit more
intended.
mass, a lot of new abilities. So we're gonna go through units first.
Falcon, they don't mention this, I think, in the patch notes because they're bad at writing patch notes. But so the Rune Lord on his anvil lost. He lost the army magic resist that he gave before, and instead has that locus of power. So to me, it feels like a nerf because you used to be able to take Rune Lord on Anvil and give magic resist to your artillery and help protect them more against fireball and whatnot. But
That's very much been a defining ability ever
yeah,
since
and they
the
lost
Warlord
that.
and the
Yeah,
Wait,
they lost that and got Locus of Power, which is enemy spellcasters within range suffer minor miscast explosion when casting, and that's in 100 meters. That feels like a nerf overall.
okay, so here is I'm gonna like show it to people just a sec. What you're
Will
talking
they be
about?
able to see it?
Yes.
Because of the patch notes. No, you're.
Yes. So, it's locus of power. Enemies casters within range, 100 meters, 100, not too much. Like even though it's one of the highest ability range, like in the game, it's maybe the highest. It's still 100 meters in AOE. It's not global. That's what I mean. Enemy casters suffer minor miscast when casting. So, is it good ability? Of course it is. Is it better than magic resistance for your entire army that affects enemy magic damage? No. Is it a good change? No. It sucks. I don't know why they did it. All right. So,
Yeah.
what? Let's see. I don't know who asked for it. I'm pretty sure nobody ever asked for it.
We
I
could.
have no idea why.
I'm curious to see the damage on that minor miscast. Like if Morathi casts Soul Stealer next to the Rune Lord, what'll happen to her?
Oh, again, you need to be 100 meters. Yeah, it's not even global. Yeah. All right. So it sucks.
Yeah, it's not global. It sucks. Yeah.
Iron Breaker. Let's see. Gyro Bombers improve response time when ordered. All right. So. All right.
looks like Hammer's got splash attacks. If you mentioned that,
They're worse.
That's perhaps the most.
All right,
Yeah,
so-
I mean,
I
the 100
played
gold
with them.
increase is just another reversion. They were
Okay.
1,200 gold, and they were
Yeah.
made 1,100 gold. Now they're 1,200 gold once again.
That's how
Just,
hammers work. So,
to
like,
keep
you
us
see the
Yeah.
splash attacks 1 to 2, and you might think, oh, yeah, it's like twice amount of damage. It's actually splitting damage. So they are now better against Chaffy Chaff, and they're much worse or the same. Worse or the same again. Well, I say worse or
With
the
the
same.
cost increase, worse. Worse.
With the
Definitely
cost
worse
increase,
with the
yeah.
cost increase.
With the cost increase, they are worse against big boys.
Like the ones they want to fight, like executioners, you thought, oh, I'm going to charge this executioner, maybe trade even, and then they slaughter you.
Yeah, so 1200, and you think, oh, wait, 1200 gold? I will kill executioner for the same gold because before they get murderous prowess, because executioners pay for murderous prowess and hammers do not. They get slaughtered. You're welcome. I know why they did it. Now they can't trade even or up. They never could. So it's like, the thing is, previously they costed cheaper. So you're like, it's fine. Like, for example, if you have uneven terrain, if you charge downhill with hammers and swordmasters are, down on staying on the hill, hammers will trade very well. They may even beat swordmasters. They can do it still right now, but without this uneven terrain, swordmasters absolutely slaughter hammers. They take damage, of course, because they're very squishy, but there is like still like 50 models of this swordmasters with like, I don't know, 2 to half HP left, and like what you gonna do with it? You still need to shoot it.
Well, hammers might still be okay in the one matchup they were taken before, and that's Vampire Counts, because Vampire Counts will give them plenty of numbers to splash through, and
Yeah.
it's probably okay, but at the same time,
still
they are
you
just worse against everything else.
Probably
Yeah,
still
you really
should
keep
take
against the
Iron
vampire
Breakers.
counts to put down the graveyard with great
probably.
weapons in expedited fashion. Really put them down quickly.
Yeah, all
But
right.
maybe if they deal with the zombie chaff, that helps. But
The thing is, like, Iron
still, hate to
Breakers
see
still
back and forth with
slaughter
price.
these graveguards because they have so much melee defense that graveguard just couldn't pull through. So here you go.
Yeah,
It's
Iron
a
Breakers are
weird
probably
change.
better.
All right, so
It's kind of
that's-
like the Sigord change. It's just the reversion to a prior state with a few changes along the way. That
imagine,
could be
like,
negligible.
for all other factions, they were buffing bad units, so it was right, more or less, and nerfing, good units. Or not nerfing good units, actually. No, there was almost no nerfs. It's mainly positive patch, but it's a huge power creep. And for dwarves, they nerfed only uh I don't know, only the kind of not used unit. And then we get a shit ton of buffs. So the main buff for dwarves is combination of these 3 units. You take either this guy or Rune Lord. Doesn't really matter. You take these guys. And
No,
you
the
take
armor piercing on the legendary lord is worth it, I think, to take him over the basic rune lord.
and
I
you
think.
take these guys. Or maybe actually with Gyro Bomber instead. So I think it should be something like this. So
Maybe.
that's
Yeah.
it's like probably Intisti can show you like a better way to do it, but that's more or less the way. So we cut all Rune Rust and Ruin now literally explodes people to death. It's very funny, I like it, but
It does not do magic damage, which I find very strange.
by the way,
Because
just
of
saying.
reasons.
I'm pretty sure, I'm not exactly sure, but I think Vampire Pirates may consistently beat Dwarves now. I need to test it, but because
Possibly.
yes, there is a very decent opportunity because yes, this guy have magic damage, and it's very funny that he can run around for these Cairn races all day. They will slaughter your infantry more or less consistently, like like this Sirens, not Cairn race, Sirens. They fast.
Sirens are better than Cairn Race by a lot.
They kill everything, and all you need to do, you need to like kill a pig gate guard or run around from Thorgrim, and you just win. And then in late game, you shoot him with your heroes. This matchup is the reason why I don't wanna play this game ever. Like, I'm not gonna play this matchup, I think, ever again. I'll just concede it from both sides. It sucks, shouldn't exist. These factions are very boring, and when they both like collide with each other, I never watch it on stream. I only watch late game on it. And late game, it always looks like both factions are very tattered, and there is this 2 heroes that running around with extra powder and shoot you. About extra powder. That's the reason why I think it's so good. So here is a compa. That's more or less a build. Let's say you have, we need a little bit of anti-large and anti-chariot. So let's take like a little bit of, I don't know, we need a little bit of missiles from the ground. So let's say we take bolt throwers. I think bolt throwers are good enough for what we want. Maybe Thorgrim can be a little bit cheaper, maybe not. So let's take, here you go, something like this as a build. The reason why it's so annoying, strong, and I think a little bit oppressive is like you see the killing power of this army, right? You like take a look at this, you're like, how can it kill stuff? It's like there's no way this army like even competitive or something. Here is the thing, it's the cheesiest thing ever. So all you do is you spam extra powder. We have 4 uses of it. So you use 1 or 2 on Norgling's Iron Breakers, who have insane missile damage, one of the highest missile freaking valleys in a game, because there is 90 of them, there is
90
62.
models, yeah.
It's absolutely insane. The reason why we take these guys and not basic Iron Breakers, even though basic Iron Breakers are actually probably overall better, we take these guys. And then you spam, you use 2 last 3 stokes on a gyro bomber, so he snipes enemy characters. And you take all of the gyrocopters because you want to kill enemy archers and, just infantry. Because just chariots, even though right now they get buffed, will not kill Thorgrim ever. Thorgrim with Iron Breakers will just stop it. You can hide on your bolt thrower models. It's very cheesy. It's relatively hard to beat, and it's not fun to play against for sure, because it's all about these 5 gyrocopters that are gonna cheese the shit out of you, snipe your stuff, and win. It's a blob plus air. It's the most obnoxious playstyle, and it was always here. And I don't think I can ban it with the rules. If anyone have suggestions how to ban it with the rules, just shoot me, but I don't think they can. So here you go. That's who is in voice chat with Falcon. I have Wicked, Rumbling Duck, and Hodges. Here you go. It's my boys. Get my
Well, you could
boys.
just ban flying missile units, or at least limit them more, right? At least that helps a little bit, but you can still see 4 gyros. I
Yeah,
mean,
we'll
how much
see
you
if
gonna limit it?
yeah, we'll see
You
if
could
it
still see 2
becomes
gyro
a
bombers
serious
sniping
problem.
single entities.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Empire, clearly the best
Doing so
change.
into
This is
sunset.
frenzy change. So Empire get exactly nothing. Great for them.
The flagellants, though.
Yeah. So flagellants. That's your Empire page. I mean, I know I didn't show it to begin with. Here you go. I showed it. There's literally nothing. There's cool guild picture. Nice. Green scums. So green scums get that's frenzy change. That's frenzy change. They get faster. And I tested boars, so all boars get faster. Where are the boars? Boars are a little bit back, but they suck right now because. So you still want to take like, I don't know, 2 maybe, like basic boars because they have AP, mass, rear charge, late game, all of this stuff. They're not good. They're just okay. Grom become cheaper. Wait. What? No, he costs the same. Okay, so Grom, here's the thing for Grom. I almost freaking lost my shit. What the fuck? Why Grom become cheaper? But no, it's not Grom cheaper. It's
His ability slightly
yeah,
later on.
So his
But
Lucky Banner costs more, I think.
No, it might even cost a little less. I know Language of the Boys costs a little less, maybe. But it's hard to say.
Like, please say to me, like, if you take language, like, the most common thing for Grom was passive. So you take Language of the Boys for ITP, and you take Lucky Banner for damage reduction. How much he costs right now on base game? If anyone have it open, just let me know, because I'm a little bit confused. I'm just, I don't know.
looks like in theory he should have got like 50 gold cheaper. But it had his ability slightly nerfed. But it looks like Lucky Banner had the wrong nerf. It was a melee attack reduction instead of the damage resist reduction. But
so
Lucky Banner
anyway, it's
also
just
had
kind
its
of it's a
duration
slight nerf.
nerfed.
But
all right, so basically,
slight
I am a
price
little
decrease.
bit excited to play my favorite factions because they are better now. But at the same time, I feel like some of them, like, I feel like green skins are still number 1. So it's like, I don't see any, like, let's take a look at this Vivaldi. All right, so I'm on my little page. So Wurzak, all right, let's just find something that's good, right? Black Orc, Big Boss, Boar, faster, cool. That's a boars. That's boars. Notling Papmag and Flappas have less charge bonus, while Spiky Rollers have more charge bonus. What? Then we have
The rollers just needed a price decrease, really. But
yeah, I don't know what is this. I don't know why this
you'll find some
exists.
good changes at the bottom. Anyway,
Yeah, all right. So Savage Orc Begins. Leadership up. Melee attack not nerfed because they have frenzy. Charge speed slightly runs. Oh, it's boars. Oh, never mind. Okay. So boars are better. Here you go. Savage Orc Boar Boys are better. Here we go. Savage Orc Iron Boys are slightly better. Here we go. In me, that's the thing. That doesn't change much. Savage Orc Begins. Nerf. A little bit. It's the same. Never mind. Savage Orcs buff. What? What? Why would you
Frenzy.
buff Savage Orcs? No.
Frenzy.
Why leadership though?
Oh, well. I don't know. They just want, like, round numbers. Probably.
Oh yeah, round numbers. So let's buff one of the most cost-effective chap in the game. Let me just say you. So
OCD is a powerful force.
Savage Orcs, their like gimmick is they have a lot of physical resistance. They have 25% physical resistance, right? So technically they should be countered by Dryads who have magic attacks, right? guess what? They get absolutely stomped because Giants have no melee defense and no HP. So, Savage Orc have more models, they hit harder. They literally stomp all over Dryads. Like, here you go. I don't know what it is. I'm a little bit confused. It's a very minor buff. It's not gonna change anything. I will get over it. I didn't saw it. It doesn't exist. Orc Boar boys. Orc Boar
They always have
chariots.
60 leadership.
So Orc Boar chariots at its stand right now, absolutely overpowered. They're literally same, but 200 cheaper. Just name to me a unit that get 200 cheaper with a little bit rebalance. They're faster, but charge a little bit slower. Just name to me a unit that get 200 cheaper and,
Oh, I know this one. It's Orc Board Chariots.
it's oh my god. Whatever. They are OP. Here you go. You should use them. You should use
They
4
got
of them.
extra armor too, right? previous
That's the
patch.
thing, Falcon. I think I don't
Oh,
know.
no,
They,
never
with if they weren't bugged, I think they would just be strong, and yeah, you should use 4 of them.
You would still you
Since-
should use them exactly. Like if you like, but right now.
Since they're bugged, I don't know. We can't allow 4 of them.
All
in
right, so
tournaments.
I actually don't see nerfs to green skin
Age of
so
the
far. Just a sec.
it.
So Goblin Wolf Riders, here you go. Plus 25 gold. It doesn't change anything, but it's there because poison get nerfed. So it's like, it's okay. They're still one of the most cost-effective skirmishers in the game because Wolf Riders are the cheapest. They don't have competition. Here you go.
I take full credit for the Wolf Riders because long ago I pointed out they should not be cheaper than the foot Goblin Archers. So it's clearly all me.
Here you go. Well, it's actually maybe it just took them a while. All right, so High Elves get 2
That's all right.
changes. They get no changes. Never mind. All right, so
Yes.
that
We're
it's a
skipping
campaign
High Elves.
exclusive unit change.
Poor
We're
Frost.
skipping High Elves. Hey,
all right, so
Falcon.
I will show you High Elves.
The
Okay, so
CA development strategy. We're
Gold
skipping
bird
High
is left
Elves.
out.
all right, so developers forgot about High Elves, but I did not. All right, I will show you secret shot. My secret shot to have fun in the game, as with
Yeah,
High
with High
Elves.
Elves.
All right,
Okay,
so
let's
there is
do
no
this.
need for my patch notes because we literally don't have a patch note for High Elves. All right, now everybody who likes High Elves, just take a look at that. We have Frost Phoenix, now have minus 10 melee. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but yeah, Frost Phoenix
It's
get
already bad.
minus 1 melee attack more because of course it is. We have worse icon for Arcane Phoenix. Pretty good, reason to never take it anymore. But however, we have one thing that become way stronger, and that's this spell.
Archmage Metal.
So now there are very good reasons to take something like that for this guy for sniping enemy characters and not give any value to your opponent because they do not deserve it. You take any other single entity you want, let's say an eagle to snipe things again, or you take a bolt throwers to snipe things. It doesn't really matter, they both suck. And you spam your cheap-ish stuff. I would say the best AP unit for High Elves right now is White Lions, because Great Weapon Infantry is very strong. You take your cheap stuff, and you just prosper. You just hope that you will win. It doesn't work every time, but the spell is ridiculous. I won a little bit of FFA with it. I posted it on the channel. It's just like there was just one spell that just turned Beastman frontline to ashes, and it was very funny. I mean, to gold. Yes.
To gold.
Yes, to gold. So
It's golden.
there we go. If you want, that's the best patch to use Tyrion with Metal Mage. Because
With
again,
Metal
Tyrion
Mage,
does
yeah.
not need healing, technically, if you're lucky. So you can also use Byron or Time Warp. It tags more people. And you can use your Unbreakable spell on Tyrion and others. So there are a few things with mages you can do. That's
Mhm.
about it.
You could also potentially, if you want to double down on the AoE damage spells, You could have Teclis, the Flock of Doomer, and also giving magic for final transes.
Yes,
But
maybe
that might
that's
be
maybe that will
extreme.
be the only
Oh,
way to play
wow.
high elves right now. Kite with magic, like vampire counts. I hope not, but that may be the case.
Wait,
Well,
wait.
Falcon,
Not
you
you.
saw
You
the
could kite with the Frost Phoenix. Doesn't it have frostbite? Oh
Thank-
wait, wrong,
thanks,
wrong,
Wicked.
wrong timeline. I'm
Yeah.
You're there. Yep.
and
You're-
to continue the
back to your
trolling,
own
you saw they
dimension.
made Imric an absolute beast, right, Falcon?
They gave him charge
completely
bonus in the
revert
CH
him to his-
tradition.
All
You
right,
mean
so
Krokgar.
all right, so Imric.
Oh yeah, Krokgar had some great
So-
buffs as well.
Here is
OP.
here is this thing for Imric. Imric on a horse. Let's just show it to people. Like, let's just a little bit of just take take 2 spell singers. Because nobody will ever say that spell singers are decent in melee, right?
I don't know.
Well,
People
they're
say a
decent
lot of
singers.
weird
So basically,
things.
like if you take something like Ashen Sorcerer, people will say, "Oh, they're just good in melee." So yeah, take a Spell Weaver and a Spell Singer on foot, and just Glacier Lake, and just let's show people why Imric
You want me
on
to
a
have
horse.
anything on them, or just
You're not gonna cast anything, but take
Okay.
spells. Take your spells for bounce of power and not cast
Yep.
anything, because it doesn't matter what you cast. I mean, if you will heal yourself a little bit, it will just show it a little bit better, but that's about it. So I'm just gonna show you something, guys. Let me hide the patch note. Next ones are
Very good.
Lizardmen. We'll already see the best change for Lizardmen. Nakai minus 100 gold, but alright.
Yeah, the Kai
I mean,
change is
4,000
pretty cool,
mass is
but
nothing to
Grimlock,
sneeze
wow.
at.
Let's just take
Yeah,
a look.
he has
So
really good mass now.
I had a game, was very funny game, was very close game, but in the end, I decided that my full health Imric will duel full health. I'm not full health Imric. It was like almost full health Imric against full health Alitanar. Alitanar no ammo in melee. Yeah, yeah. I will show you.
So, that's-
People
But
like
let
to
them knows
say.
elf cruddy.
People like to
Very
say
well.
that somebody is like decent in melee, like Alitanar is surprisingly good in melee, or some other nonsense, or Ashen Sorcerers in melee are OP.
The Huntsman General is OP in melee. don't
So
you
we
know?
literally have the best looking girls, especially the spell singer.
The troll dolls.
No, the spell singers are pretty cool. The spell weavers are whatever.
Trolls,
Oh, you
yeah,
saving-
no,
they
they're
have the troll
trolls.
hair.
Hadris.
Yeah.
Yep, it's troll hair. Well, Falcon wouldn't know. I don't think they
Alright.
had-
So
these types of
let's
trolls
just
in Russia.
take a look. So that's
Pretty sure you would.
oh wow, so he actually hit stuff. Did they fix it? No, I don't think they did it. Alright, so he have 68 melee attack. I'm just gonna show you guys. He have 68 melee attack. These girls have 34 melee defense. That means he have 90% chance of hitting them. 90.
Well, it looks like he's dominating them right now.
No, so far he is dominating them because they do like no damage to him. But let's just see how long it's gonna
I think
take
he
him.
got charge bonus for those first few seconds.
Let's just see how well Imric, Lord of Dragons, does against 2 naked chicks. They deal no damage to him because he have
Well,
because they're very bad at
distracted.
melee.
Do you think he's just distracted?
No.
I mean, you are making him fight 2 naked chicks.
That's
No,
probably
it's the,
also true.
plus 10 charge bonus. It's a massive buff, and it makes him completely competitive and viable.
Yeah.
Game changing.
All right. So if you
I
take
mean,
a look,
I do think Emmerich is not performing like he should, and I think that because the physical lance sometimes pushes them out of his hurt box. I'm guessing.
no, his hurt box is bugged. Yes, he just can't hit them. I guess maybe we needed 3 spell singers with nothing or something. I don't know. Either way, yeah, like you
Yeah.
saw, it took some.
Wait, gave you a heroic victory?
He took
Oh.
a lot of damage. Yeah, I
Yeah, of
definitely
course.
saw that.
Yeah,
best
basically
on
he like
foot
he
now.
didn't like he almost died to them. He had like 1000 HP left because that's how Imric on a horse works. Just to show you that there's not a fluke. Tyrion on a horse, I'm pretty sure. Just press start. I'm pretty sure Tyrion on a horse doesn't have this issue. So
Well, his melee stats are godlike. You know, like
Yeah, I know.
75 is absolutely elite. You know, his melee attack is.
Imric have 78 melee attack. This guy have 70 or whatever 80 melee attack. They're more or less the same in terms of like melee performance.
Well, Tyrion is better
Oh, the
than
horse he
Emmerich
was 60,
Cannon.
60.
Everybody
now we're
knows
dealing with
this.
75, 60.
All right. The thing is, it's either way overkill. It's a 90%. It literally doesn't matter. Like,
that's true.
not a yes, it's like not a single. Like, these girls have 240 weapon strengths. Wait, did they get like, I don't know, nerf to their armor piercing, or it was always 60? Either way, they're very bad at melee. So let's just take a look. Can Imrik do better? Can Tyrion do better, or is both of them? No, I guess, I don't know. No, he does. He actually also like really likes to miss, so never mind. I guess it's just spell singers are up. No, he is beating. No, he is doing a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like it took like almost 6. Yeah, he like, yeah. All right, never mind. Yeah, he is doing like much better. Like not even close.
He's fine.
And his melee defense is exactly the same. His melee attack is exactly the same hit chance. So yes, it's just Imrik. So Imrik on a horse is surprisingly shit. Here you go. Against
He
foot
just needs a
characters.
better helmet.
So Falcon, you recommend
Tyrion's helmet
taking
is
Imrik
cool.
on his dragon, right?
Yeah, so like you cannot really take Imrik on a dragon because it's all about this AoE spells. It's either Teclis or Metal Mage or maybe Fire Mage with Burning. I don't know. So it's something like this, something along the line. But you saw the difference. The difference is hit chance the same, HP the same, armor the same. The only difference is one have a lance that doesn't hit anything, and he almost died to spell singers. And another is Tyrion, who just killed it because that's how it should be. He took a little bit of damage because there's 2 of them, but he kills them, and he didn't even lost 1,000 HP. Here you go.
Do we know if Star of Avalorn works like AoE?
It's
spell?
still 3.
Or
It
if
probably
it's
does, but it's still 3.
max 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah. Does Imrik perform better versus large when on a horse? Yes, against large targets, he is fine. It's only foot
Actually,
characters.
large targets have. I notice large targets sometimes have trouble hitting Imrik. Like,
yeah, so Imrik
Shaggoths.
actually better against large than Tyrion. But the thing is, when you say it, oh, well, he have anti-large, that makes sense. But how much worse he is against foot characters is not even close. Like, that's insane. Imrik, I think, on foot will perform better than Imrik on a horse. I think it's also only horse Imrik as well.
I've always found it interesting that Tyrion has 95 speed on his horse.
Yes, because he is a very
nice.
fast boy. That's his feature.
Yeah.
It was from beginning. People all liked it. Nobody used it to the full
and
extent
then-
because you can't.
And then when they made Malice, whose mount is also renowned for being fast, they also made it really fast, right?
Well, they gave him +2 speed eventually, right?
Okay.
I
That's better than 95
I want to
speed.
say that was
Tyrion.
after release too. It was it was a hot fix, you could say. So that +2
Malos.
speed, I mean, it's a complete game changer.
If I can,
But yeah, Tyrion has the shadow facts. Like,
if I can, I would
the Warhammer
uninstall Malos from my PC. I don't need to have him. even in campaign. So my brother
his
really
AoE
likes
now?
Dark Elves, and even he of course he wanted to try him. Like he never played. Like he was like coming he was playing a little bit lately with as Dark Elves. He completed the campaign. He took Malos, of course. He confederated him. Like he wanted all Dark Elves. He just confederated all of them, and of course he had this Malos guy. And like he saw the reason why I don't like him. He didn't even get shot to death. He just died to, I forgot what was it, like a Savage Beacon unit or something. He had a buffed up Malos as well. Come on, it's campaign. And this guy just died to a Beacon unit because here you go. Malus is great. Like he used his ultimate and he's like, oh well, it's fine. I'm gonna finish the game right now. And Malus died, of course. Here you go. It was a very fun experience. It's like everybody needs to try him. Nakai, huge buff, love it. He still gets launched though, so it didn't change that much. Tiana 1 frenzy, Tiana 1 frenzy, Tiana 1 frenzy, Tiana 1 frenzy. Wait. What? Mazda's lack of more melee attacks as this bitch on a fucking ancient Stegadon? why the fuck it is the case?
LOL.
I get all other changes, but why on a Stegadon? It's literally a monster that's in a game. You can see the stats. Here's your Ancient of the Gods. It's literally 1-to-1, but Tiana will have. It's you already overpaid a lot for him. Why you have to be mean, game? Okay, whatever. Mazda Mundi become Cosmore. Long overdue. Good change actually. I think that's a given. Mazda is very cost effective. Like it was very good. That's fine. Tic Tac Toe is cheaper. Tianova?
Just take it and move on, man. Just take
Ancient
the tic-tac-toe buff.
Croxigormas. Saurus. Okay, so Carnosaurs. So Carnosaurs get
Carnosaurs did not need to get nerfed.
a
And it
huge
looks like they
damage
got
nerf
nerfed.
because of
Yeah.
the because
That
of
seems like too much damage
yes, but
to
it
account for
seems
frenzy.
it's like they basically didn't wanted to buff Carnosaurs at all. And the thing is, they suck. Carnosaurs are not a good unit right now. You like never see them win because they don't. So what was the point of that? I don't know. Whatever. Red Crest King Chief, that's all frenzy. That's all frenzy. King Chief plus
Is it
50 again, good nerf. Carnosaurs, we don't talk about them. Reapers, that's
I think the Carnos do more damage now with Frenzy.
they do, I think, let's see. I think they do less. So it was 375, 110. So let's just calculate. So
Oh
it's
yeah, 375 because it was brought down 40.
so it's
It might be
10%
about the
now.
same.
So basically,
Yeah.
the thing is, so it was 0 AP, right? 330 is 33 new AP damage. So it will be 363 AP. So
Yeah,
their
there's gonna
AP
be split,
damage
yeah.
is lower with Frenzy. So it's a nerf.
Oh, it's 20%, right?
No, it's 10% AP, 10% non-AP. Like the frenzy is the way it works right now. It's 10% AP damage and 10% non-AP damage. Previously, it was only 25%
It was brought down
non-AP
5.
damage. So it is a nerf.
Yeah, but not by much.
Oh, that's what they did to TN1. Okay, actually, it's a buff to TN1. They didn't change TN1 weapon strengths. So TN1 actually hits harder. Fuck yeah. Okay. I'll take it. I will take it. TN1 hits harder. That's a very good. Okay. I will take this -2 mil. This is fine. But Carnosaurs suck. They're just worse. I don't know why they did it. If anyone can calculate better than me. So Reapers, again, it's a frenzy change. Reapers are slightly better. They are cheaper because Colossal Hunters also slightly better. Pohawk Sentinels. What? Well, I was not really taking them anyway. So their poison is worse, and they are plus 50 gold.
Yeah, I mean, well, people were also saying how Pterodons were just as bad as Chameleon Skinks, so I think CA
But
threw a nerf
Pterodons
at some
didn't.
Pterodon.
Yeah, exactly. But Pterodons
Yeah,
didn't
just the
get nerfed.
ROR. I don't know. I can't fathom the mind of the CA balance team. It's unfathomable.
Alright, people say I miss Krogar. Krogar.
He got nerfed like all other Carnosaurs.
Krogar actually get not nerfed as much because.
Okay.
So
that's
here's
okay.
the thing: when you take a look at this nerf, you may think it's horrible. However, he have more AP damage in his
For the
because
yeah,
10% from 36 from 360 is 36. So now he have 396 AP damage with frenzy. That's how it works. So Krogar actually buffed a little bit.
I think CA needs to hire like
You're
I don't
saying
even know.
it's
A
slightly
teacher?
better. Yes, I think
Uh,
math teacher would be pretty good.
Either a math teacher
Why
and
it's so
then like
inconsistent?
an
Why?
organization teacher.
Why? Like Soros Soulblood on a Carnosaur was already the worst Carnosaur you can ever have because you can't control feral Carnosaurs, and this guy's cost 1900. He should never cost 1900. He sucks. And I actually hate it because his model is, of course, way better than basic Carnosaur model because, you know, it has all this fancy jewelry and shit. So, I don't know. Krogar and Tianwen are better because they have high leadership, less likely to lose frenzy. The way it works for monsters, they more or less 95% of the game walk on high leadership. So they're fine. Yeah, it's very rare that Krogar will be like on a very low leadership. Even when he's like have like almost no HP, he will still have pretty decent leadership on him because, of course. So, cohort of Sotek, because of Frenzy, don't think it's a nerf. I think it's more or less the same. Red Crest as King's buff because
Yeah, overall.
cheaper Red Crest is good. Are Red Crest good right now? I will consider. Previously, I thought
You
they're
need to
the
test
worst.
them.
They're like Sisters of Slaughter. They were absolutely trash. Like there was one matchup when they were decent, but it was of course dwarves. Because of course, and that's it. They still almost lose to Dwarf Warrior. Like Dwarf Warrior was 2 ranks, cost 500, beats a Red Crest King. And it will still do it. But now you lose a little bit less gold. So here you go. Feral Stegodon. Nothing changed. Ancient Salamanders. That's a big change. And Salamander hunting packs are cheaper. And Razordones are cheaper. And Arwars. Okay, so
Ancient salamanders are tough to make work, but it's nice that you have the option to do it for low cost.
So-
It's I don't know. Solar engines are still better than ancient salamanders.
let's
I'm gonna
see-
say right now.
But
Let's
this
see
is like one of the
stats.
biggest changes I think Lizardmen needed. I just want to go back to Carnosaurs really quick. Carnosaurs will do more damage on the charge now, and then about equal damage in melee.
oh really?
So
Okay,
it's-
so that's an overall
yeah.
buff.
It's I mean, it's gonna be. Yeah, I haven't done the full math, but it's
I think it's
a little bit more on the charge. Like it might be like
still
20
bad for a
damage or so,
feral.
but
Yeah.
it's
still
about
bad for the
net
feral
neutral
ones.
though.
Old
Yeah.
Blood is worse. I was confused. Scar Veteran is relatively same because 35. Yes,
Okay.
Scar Veteran is relatively same. The Old Blood
Yeah.
is worse. So they nerfed Old Blood. That was one of my favorite Carnosaurs. That was one of the only ones I ever used. And I don't think Rogar should be used on a Carnosaur. So here you go. Nothing changed. Carnosaur sucks.
Yeah.
I
More
mean, they're
Grimlock,
not
though.
deleted from the game. They're not as bad. But if you take them, you just need to know 5k HP, dies to missiles, doesn't get really good hold on a target you wanted, and there will not be much targets anyway because you have way better tools to deal with large stuff, like your range. Did you know that Lizardmen have subpar range? Now you know it. That's wiki page for you. So Lizardmen are range faction. That's why I'm not very excited for Lizardmen in general, even though I'm like I like cool stuff. Okay, I don't like freaking boring chameleon spam. So here you go. What do we have? We have pretty decent ancient salamander now. So it has more ammo, which I actually disagree. It has less stats, but more ammo. I think it's
No,
still,
that's a buff.
no,
it's
no.
still primarily a ranged unit.
It's-
It's a buff to its overall
No, it's actually
damage.
better
per...
buff. It's better buff. The thing is,
Yeah.
it's not what I wanted.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like I
But-
want attention. Like I don't want Lizardmen to be range factions. I want them to be this hybrid faction, like with skirmish a bit and with fight and melee, like Dark Elves supposed to be. All right, so Ancient Salamander, huge nerf. This is the only nerf that is the only huge buff. What I would say, huge buff. This is the only buff that matters. Like 200 gold. Ancient Salamander is back. Is it back with a vengeance? No, but will dwarves suffer from it? I guess fuck dwarves. So here you
I
go.
can get behind that design philosophy. Fuck dwarves.
So here you go. 1050 for Ancient Sally. Just imagine that. Imagine you fucked up balance so much that you need to 200 freaking to take it back, and it's still not 100%, you know, good unit. It still dies to. Let's just actually take a look how many shots you need to die. Like Empire Cannon have a damage of 430, so 430 per cannonball. So you need around 5 cannonballs to round this thing. You need to hit around 5 cannonballs. Here you go. I guess now it has higher leadership, maybe not 5, but let's say 6. It will be dead. Here you go. It will be routed from my field. So 2 full volleys hit, and it's dead. So it's a very squishy to range. And it's pretty decent. It's still pretty decent in melee. Like the stat difference is not that high. So yeah, it's a huge buff. Do I like it? Yes, of course I do. Salamander Hunter Pack buff. This is fine. Solar Engine plus 100 gold, still best dinosaur on Lizardmen roster. We already played with it. It still gets his value
Still better.
worse.
Still better than the Ancient Salamander.
It's still better. It's like, imagine that you had a unit that costed more. Now it's cheaper. Like the difference was 150 gold, right? Those Ancient Salamander, 1100 and 1250. Now it's 150 gold towards Solar Engine. So 300 gold difference, right? Total. He's still better. 300 gold difference was, you know, Ancient Salamander was bad by 300 gold. That's insane. That was insane nerf. Like the nerf that they did to Ancient Sally, it needed a nerf. It just the nerf was too much. And Wall said it, and you know, it's only now coming back. Ancient Sally is back with a vengeance. I already saw how it dies a few times, so like Bolt Thrower kills it. One Bolt Thrower kills it in like 3 minutes or like 2 minutes. I forgot. It was like basically it like gets in melee, get like in range, gets few shots and dies. So and you can't really dodge it sadly because Ancient Sally have around 7-8 seconds for its animation. So you need to be very lucky to hit it. Dangerous one get cost increase. Chameleons can get cost increase. Finally, fuck these guys. Are Lizardmen #1 faction? No.
That would be Beastmen
No.
right now.
Well,
Yes.
we're gonna nerf Chariots. We're gonna restrict Chariots, so no.
Yeah, okay. If
Yeah,
you restrict Chariots, maybe.
With Chariot restrictions, it's greenskins. Still. So, for some reason, they didn't nerf greenskin. Greenskins dominate meta for over a year. Are Lizardmen #2? Still probably #2. They were #2 right before the patch. The Solar Engines and Chameleons and Poison get nerfed. So this build that everybody were taking get nerfed. It's still very strong. So yeah, now at least I wouldn't feel really bad of taking this build. So okay, Norska.
Well, they got more changes than High Elves, but I guess that's because they have more units with Frenzy.
Alright, so let's start. Throg, mass 5k to 4k. It looks like a big nerf. It wouldn't change almost anything because... so there's like one interaction that... So basically Throg is slightly worse. Whatever. Skin Wolves, Werkin. Buff. Because it's an AP unit. And less melee attack. But he have better Frenzy now for AP units. So Frenzy now is better for AP units and worse for non-AP units. Here you go. It's a buff for Werkin. Slight buff to damage. Beasts of Tashnar. They are non-AP unit. They have Frenzy. They didn't receive melee attack buff. They are worse. It sucks. No comment. Mage of Mo Savagery, plus 50 gold. They have better Frenzy. From underused categories straight up to trash can. They suck. Skin Wolves. Again have Frenzy. non-AP, so they didn't get changed. Like, you see this change? It doesn't exist. You see this change? It doesn't exist. They round up few numbers, it's the same. Marauder Berserkers have Frenzy? Yes. Do have Frenzy, so they are non-AP units, so it's slight nerf, but let's say it doesn't change much. So it's like +1 AP, -2 non-AP, something like this. Or maybe it's okay. Brutes of the Hound, same. So Skaven, so Norska get 1 nerf. This unit didn't exist anyway. It's a very bad unit. You should not use it. This unit was very good unit. Piece of Tashnar. And I think they're worse now. Because they cost more. Yes, they are slightly stronger, but they're already very strong. They were one of the most cost-effective units for Norska, so I mean, I guess it's fine to nerf it. The thing is, Norska fucking needs help.
Yeah. Although Mods of Savagery are AP, so they do benefit more from Frenzy than the non-AP.
No, that's why I said, but the thing is, they suck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, most Savagery is 1500 gold. It's very expensive. It has relatively low HP pool, relatively low armor. 70 is not much.
And they're nowhere near the Butchers of Kalkengard. Like, they're supposed to be the Butchers of Kalkengard.
They don't have terror, so they're
Yeah.
not. They don't have a shield, so they get shot, but they actually don't die in melee as well. Alright, Skaven. That's the thing that I didn't look. Let's take a look. So that's Frenzy. I think here they calculated right. Look at that. Armor piercing. They calculated it right. Oh my god.
They had a calculator for the Skaven, but they didn't have it when they were doing Carnosaurs.
No, actually, the base Carnosaurs are more or less the same. The Saurus Soulblood specifically get nerfed. So, Saurus Soulblood, whatever. It's what's one of my favorite guys. He looked awesome. It's the guy who you see in Skaven trailer. He looks awesome. He duels on foot. He duels Rat Ogre. He feels really cool. He's worse now. Whatever. Gorich.
Oh, I'm back just in time. Great.
Gorich better.
It's fine.
Dude, Gorich get buffed
The
to
sad
damage.
thing is, yeah. The sad thing is they were kind of your only hope before, and they still are now. So you still have to take Bone Breakers. Don't worry about it.
So Bone
Just
Breakers.
win.
So the
Just win
reason
with
why
Skaven,
Bone
it's easy.
Breakers are good. Like, here is the reason why you should take Bone Breakers in rule sets. We do not consider them monsters.
Yeah, the unit caps are wrong here. They consider Bonebreaker chieftains monsters. I told
Yeah.
Dav about it, and he'll tell CA. It's like, you know how Morngul's were counted as heroes and only heroes by the unit caps for the longest time, so they weren't monsters.
Yeah.
Well, they are now.
So
It's
again,
just
for
different.
everyone who knew, they changed Frenzy. It's +2 melee attack from previous Frenzy, and instead of +25% to only non-AP damage, now it's +10% AP, +10% non-AP. That means it's not a nerf to Bonebreaker, it's the same. The Bonebreaker did not get changed, basically.
More or less.
He get buffed a little bit when Frenzy is active, but he get nerfed a little bit when Frenzy is not active.
Now, here's the overall with Skaven, I think the only thing that actually got hit hard by the Frenzy changes the Broodhar. They've been nerfed, 3 patches in a row now, to the point where, I don't know, they're looking really rough.
No, again, for Broodhorror, again, it's a buff when Frenzy is active. No, it's the same damage.
He is active. That's what I mean. Look at Broodhar's base leadership is 55.
Oh, not only that. No, never mind. It's not a buff. It's exactly 25, so it's 275 with Frenzy AP. Okay, yeah, Brood Horrors get slightly nerfed again.
Yeah, they've been nerfed for like 3 patches in a row now. It's fine. What I'm saying in general with the Frenzy change, I'm not going to call it a nerf. So Skaven lose their Frenzy faster than others because leadership. However, this is somewhat mitigated if you take the Lord that you've been taking already, the Gracier of Plague on the Screaming Bell, gives leadership aura buff, has the whatever the map-wide leadership bell
Oh, funny enough,
ability.
scroll melee
like-
attack. Scroll
Holy
weapons.
clamor.
Scroll weapon
I believe
strength is nerfed a little bit. Here we
Eh,
go.
yeah, that's whatever. So basically, to counteract or to make use of the frenzy change, you have to do the meta thing and take the Grace Seer on a bell, because that's how it's gonna have to be.
Yep.
And yeah, overall, that's pretty much how you play Skaven now, and they just made it more, made meta things more meta.
Guess what?
Yep,
Mutant
Long been
Rat
one of
Ogre
the strongest choices.
get buffed. Mutant Rat Ogre get
Hallelujah.
buffed to damage and to melee attack. There is that.
Yeah. I've
Me-
actually included Mutant Rat Ogre in my squad for single entities, because now, like, the Rat Ogres and the Bonebreaker Chieftains, they work really nice together, because you can give them all of the same charge order and they'll fight the same unit. They don't, like, get in each other's way more often than not. So yeah, maybe Mutant Rat Ogre becomes meta. Maybe.
Probably
No?
not.
No.
No.
Probably
I mean,
not.
it's still like 4.8 KHP, guy. It's like whatever. You shoot
Yeah.
at the dice. Pit fighters, and even if you fight at the dice, pit fighters of Hell's Deep Rat Ogres, actually a slight buff as well.
Slate. Yes.
Yeah, so they have same damage, but now their damage is more AP than previously. But they have one less melee attack because frenzy is only 2. Okay, they're the same. Hell Pit ROR minus 50 gold. It's way less impactful than Hydra minus 50, and Hydra minus 50 at almost non-impactful. So, you know, but you have it.
Yeah.
Plague Monster Bears buff because they're a P unit and you don't see any nerfs to. That's the thing. Like, you look at this patch note and you see all the nerf and you think, oh no, they nerfed everything. No, they buffed everything. It's actually huge power creep patch in general. Plague Monks, because you can get nerfed a little bit. I mean, it's the same, but yeah, you know, they get like -1 damage total, but +1 IP, something like this. Gutter Runner Poison. Poison get nerfed. So they become cheaper. It's good.
Yep, and they totally have like 10 less ammo than Chameleons still. Oh,
Well, they have more models.
Runners actually took a kind of big hit because the speed on the snare and the debuffs on the snare are
yeah, it's
here
stacked
at
with
the,
poison. It was a thing.
Oh, it was 12.
lost.
Okay, I see.
Yep. So
Yes.
they lost like 11% slow capability.
So
Yeah,
that's
that's
pretty
pretty bad.
wait, what was strength in numbers? -12% or -10%?
Yeah, so they're a little fast.
12. Strength in numbers was 12.
So Skaven
Yeah.
overall get actually
That's a nice
slightly
change.
buffed.
Yeah.
Please write it on forums. Oh no, Skaven get 1 fucking speed faster across
Yeah,
the board.
keep telling people. Skaven
Nerf
S
them.
tier.
I don't like it. Oh no, like somebody like Deathrunner may receive like, I don't know, 1 or 2 additional speed. You will just scream in fear. All right. Here you go.
But 10% still pretty big for strength in numbers. Of course, it flips with Scurry Away. Scurry Away doesn't give them as big of a speed bump. So
Oh, that's huge. They won't route off the field as fast. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
yeah, so it's a 20% flip, not 24.
All right. So
Devastating.
Norska, for some reason,
Yep.
received like 1 nerf and 2 sub nerfs, while Greenskins actually received a bunch of small buffs. Like, what? Like Savage Orcs, Sub Iron Boys. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, just freaking and the thing is, this buffs doesn't change anything because they're buffing like not very used units and in not a very meaningful way, but it's still there. And like -50 gold is a meaningful way. So like a nerf to Norska is it hurts a little bit, while buffs for Greenskins doesn't feel because everybody will still take Grom. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, so Nihkara, so Tomb King's unchanged. That's a poison right here. So poison, you know, makes units cheaper. Here you go. Skeleton, ROR Skeleton Spearmen are a little bit better. Just like Dread Spears. ROR, pretty good. So Tomb King's Hidden Gem. I think they are good right now. Vampire Coast. Wait, Vampire Fleet Captain. Am I dumb? Vampire Fleet Captain doesn't shoot.
That doesn't matter.
The hero.
Yeah, he does.
Number-
It doesn't matter.
Wait, number
But
of
the Tide of
projectiles.
Scold
Wait,
got
number of
buffed,
projectiles
Depth
0 to
Guard got
1.
buffed.
But he don't shoot. Fleet Captain don't shoot.
Yeah, it's just a bug fix. You know, doesn't mean anything.
I think they can't read. I think they thought it's Admiral. And like Admirals have one projectile.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would make
maybe.
sense. I mean,
I
Marathi's
think reading
change
is
looks
hard.
like a typo. So this could just be a typo.
I don't want to be mean to people, but this unit literally does not have projectiles. Here you go. Probably a typo. It should have been probably Fleet
probably.
Admiral. Yeah, probably should have been an Admiral or they can't read, one or another. The Tide of Skjord. Okay,
Well,
plus 2
thinking
melee attack.
chariots are fine.
So Tide of Skjord get a little bit different. It's a little bit killier, and it costs a little bit more. 2 melee attack for a unit that don't have any melee attack is very good. So it may be better. It may be a buff. Depth Guards. Nerf, because they're
definitely
non-AP
a buff.
unit.
Yeah, I guess
Depth
so.
Guard needed a nerf. They were
Depth
really
Guard's
oppressive in
Halbers.
the meta.
Depth Guards Halberses get a buff because they're AP unit. Here you go. Where's our Ronin? Ronin. Oh, no, not Ronin. Raptor. Raptor, let's go, champ. Raptor, are you here? They buffed Halbers. Like, you see this nerf? It's a buff, boy. Who is the
Yeah,
co-host? Okay, so I have with
it's a
me
shame they don't have charge bonus.
Hadres, Wicked, and Romulan Duck. Yes, it's my boys. I'm like streaming with the crew because like that's how more or less like this community works. We are, sitting like more or less we're talking like the thing community is small and I like 99% of it. So it's like it's great. This community is awesome. That's the reason why I'm streaming it and like dude, I get like no money from YouTube. It's just for fun. It's just so we can like talk about fun game. That's it. And I want this game to be fun, and this game is better than in previous patch. And the reason I was not doing anything in previous patch is exactly because the game sucked balls. It's still actually pretty bad because cavalry right now doesn't still win great source on on a charge, but it doesn't lose as hard. It's even fight now. And I guess I have to take it. I have to take whatever they give it to me. So that's it. Red Duke, Vampire. Okay, so Vampire counts. Where are my Vampire count mains? He have Frenzy. That's a buff. No, that's a nerf. Okay, so that's nerf on Hood, nerf here, buff on a dragon.
Yeah,
Here you
buff on
go.
a dragon.
Interesting. Depth Guards still probably suck though. Of course they are. Like we all know they suck, and this like +1 weapon shanks doesn't change anything. It's still fun though, right?
If there was a nerf or change to Scab Scrape, it would be in the abilities
Not here. Yeah, we will see.
section. We're not there yet.
Vampire Blood Dragon, same thing. So all the frenzy ones, the dragons get better. The Konica Stalker Skeleton Warriors. Wait a second. I thought they changed it, but they did not. Guess what? I found the worst unit in Vampire Count's roster now. Here you go. You're welcome.
Yay!
Because they
And
didn't
they-
change his. They didn't.
It
So they
felt kinda-
nerfed poison,
yeah.
but they didn't make it cheaper. So
And it's another unit that I like the Black Ark Corsairs and Rangers.
like the
and
problem with this unit, it's
yeah.
not even like the fact that it's like not extra like cost effective. For an undead unit is relatively cost effective. The problem, you never gonna heal it. It has like 40 leadership or something, 44. So it's gonna just get to like to half HP and disintegrate. It has very low HP pool as well. So it hit like you hit it with like I don't know cavalry charge, it dies. Whatever. I don't know why they did it, but it happened. Vargates get buffed. They're an AP unit. Devils of Schwarzwaffen get buffed. Blood Knights did not get changed much because more AP is actually better for them, for sure. So Blood Knights are slightly
Any
different.
AP.
Yeah, Blood Knights really need this AP. So Crypt Horrors get, but they have Frenzy, right? Crypt Horrors do not have Frenzy. They have Poison instead.
No.
So Crypt Horrors, instead of for Poison nerf, they get stats. I agree with this change. I like it more. It's actually a buff for Crypt Horrors because they never poison an archer unit, right? So yeah, that's a buff for Crypt Horrors.
Corpse cards are super OP now. They got
Okay.
double their
Corpse
mass.
cards. Corpse cards, Necromancers, and Ghost are good in melee. That's a unit that should be surprisingly decent in melee in a unit card because they are. They have a good stats. They have like 40, 30, 40 or something. They have 300 weapon strength. They're very tanky. They slowly but surely kill stuff. It's very funny. They almost always pay for themselves in melee if you don't shoot them.
Now
It's
these are corpse
ridiculous.
cart mounts. You got to be specific because the
Yes.
corpse cart units just have 26 weapon strength.
Exactly.
They are
Yeah, the corpse
Yeah.
card units absolutely atrocious in melee. Of course, they don't hit anything. They have no weapon strength. The corpse cards mounts for Necromancers and Ghost are surprisingly decent in melee. Here you go. Now you know it.
because they have an above 26 weapon strength. Yes.
All right. So vampire counts more or less unchanged. Slight buffs to like the people who care about vampire counts would say like it's just buff to I think.
I
it's
think well,
Vargas
vampire
or
counts.
something.
Yeah, no, vampire counts are one of the few factions that actually make use of their dragons. So like Blood Dragon, Vampire Lord getting more AP with his frenzy on his dragon.
The last time I
I
saw
think
Dragon win
it's
was
gonna
like
be
3 months
key.
ago or so, so I don't know about that, but yeah.
When was the last time you watched a game?
Well, no, I watch a little bit of games. Just whenever there's like Vampire Coast and Dwarves, I just, I'll tap. Alright, so Lord
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Change. Less mass. I don't see a reason for it. Forsaken, unchanged almost, because they do like having a little bit of AP. The Demon's Spew, same. The Warhounds, just cheaper for poison. Wait, do Forsaken have poison?
No. Why would they?
Oh, they do. The
The Demon
ROR.
Spew do. Yeah,
Oh,
the
wow.
ROR has poison.
ROR get buffed. No, get nerfed. Yeah, ROR get
Nerfed, yeah.
nerfed.
I don't think I knew anyone who really took the ROR, so
I mean, just
they had Swarm of Flies,
so
I guess.
is Archeon get buffed? Here you go.
Yes.
Archeon get buffed. So is it a nerf or a buff for Chaos? It's top tier faction. Literally, before Warhammer 3 release, we don't have good, stuff for them. They are already top tier. Sadly,
Well,
not
hold
because of
on.
Archeon.
Romulan, you'll be able to answer this if you're still here. Wasn't Chaos a top tier faction at the end of Warhammer 1? Also?
They dominate everything except the hardest matchup, vampire counts, and still it was tough for vampire counts with the insane blobs that were
Yeah, so
could run.
Chaos-
So yes,
Mhm.
indeed they were.
So
a top
Chaos
tier
was
faction
dominant at
Warhammer
the
1.
end of Chaos was dominant at the end of Warhammer 1's life cycle
What
too.
do they say? Time is a circle.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything, all of this has happened before. All of this will happen again.
Yes.
All right, so
Yes,
let's
Ursus
just
says
do
that,
let's
I
just do
believe.
corpse card show. All right, so
All
I will
will
be a
happen
corpse
again.
cards.
Okay.
So
Do you
I
want
will
me
be
to be an
corpse cards.
Archon?
You need something non-AP, no non-armor. So let's.
Do you want me to be a Sigvald?
Oh yeah, take Sartorel.
Okay, Sartharel versus Corpse Cards.
Just Sartorel against corpse cards. Here you go. I just take 2 corpse card guys. We're not gonna cast any spells, so
Oh no, I
it
swear.
literally doesn't matter. 2 corpse card guys against Sartorel. Sartorel is very good at melee. He have like 60, 40 stats. He have.
He's
good
always had
weapon
nice
strengths.
animations.
His animations are very good. He push people around. Let's
It would
see.
be very it would be very easy for Sartharel to get bugged and push people out of his own attacks. Like, well, we showed Imric doing it a bit, but it's surprising that Sartharel is as good as he is.
Let's see how well freaking corpse cards those. As you see, the stats on the corpse cards are actually very good for freaking mage.
For well,
have
for
38,
basically
38,
immobile
300.
mage.
Well, any like mage like on a horse, it has like similar-ish or even lower stats. And these guys are tankier, much tankier. So let's just see how it goes. Fast forward and let's see. For some reason, oh yeah, that's true. All right, so here you go. Just fast forward, and as you see, they actually kill Sartorial faster than Imrik kills Spellweavers. And not only that, they actually kill it faster than Tyrion beats Spellweavers.
Okay, overcasting final transmutation. Die.
No, 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 don't do it.
These won't help, I think.
Here we go, healed. No, it will. As you see, even with, like, it doesn't matter, these guys have regions, they slowly but surely just beat him up. They do hit him, as you see that the cheap damage. Damage is, like, kind of low, but it's there. Okay, it's just as fast as Tyrion beats Spell. Actually, no, it's slower. They do it slowly, but steadily they win. They just kill Sartorel. You need two of them. One of them doesn't really do that well. But
like getting attacked by an old man with a walker, but he's like really strong for some reason.
Yep. So here you go. Now you know it.
Oh yeah, maybe they could hurt Orion, because Orion has really low armor. But Orion has... Yeah, the old men are powerful.
All right, so basically it's I mean, here it's there. We showed you corpse cards are surprisingly good in melee. Are they OP? No. I mean, they're still corpse cards. Is it hilarious? Of course it is. All right, so let's go. And do Orion next. Loopy. Shush.
Orion might lose.
So Sisters of Twilight.
On the Forest Dragon.
Oh, so they finally saw that Forest Dragon have 36 melee defense or something? Oh wow, with 38 now. Absolutely impressive. Yes. They buffed Forest Dragon. Ridiculous.
The mighty reindeer dragon.
It doesn't change anything. Okay, so Durtu get buffed because he is a P unit. Orion get buffed because he is a P unit. Orion actually just straight up get buffed because he never loses his frenzy. Jaika get nerfed. Deserved.
By a lot.
Deserved nerf. Is she good still? Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, she's still decent. Because even for 1,000 gold, she's still like freaking cheaper and better than Eltarian. Here you go.
You can't compare everything to Eltharion.
I can. I can and will. So the next one is, let's see here. Oops. So why is Chaos top tier right now? Sigvald, very good lords, very strong infantry right now. Right now it's very strong infantry meta, very strong skirmish cavalry. So you spam infantry plus skirmish cavalry plus Sigvald.
I mean, yeah, no, the
amount of micro you need is around 0.
Yeah.
So the amount of brain cells you need to play Chaos right now is, I mean, not negative, okay, but you get what I mean, right?
The thing is, the infantry isn't strong because of a bug. The infantry isn't strong because of a bug. It's because of a change that CA did.
Yeah, exactly. It's
it
not
feels like a bug compared to what it was before because it's a crazy
because they
change.
say it's a bug. They were not knowing what they are doing. They say Stag Knight Charge is a bug. It was not a bug. There was nothing wrong with Stag Knight Charge besides the fact that they're super thick models. What they did a model smaller, so they start doing damage like with full model count. But at the same time, they did some calculations differently, and now every cavalry in the game get absolutely crushed by infantry charging in. Like, if you have a halberd, don't stay. Countercharge with it. Don't stay and use your charge defense. Charge defense against large literally doesn't work in this game. Forget it exists. You should never brace. Here you go. It's absolutely ridiculously awful.
Just as Korn would want.
Saptran, yes. So yes. Great Stag Knights. Steel buff. Because you get 4
Yeah.
AP. So this is a buff. Like you see, it's everything is lower. You may think it's a nerf, but frenzy get changed. Now it's much stronger.
I think their leadership is quite good, so they'll have it for a decent time.
Oh yeah, especially RORs. So
overall, the Orion Great Stag Rush, if you want to use the horn and everything, it's actually pretty good right now.
it's better than the previous patch. So here
And
you
I
go.
Found the
used
horn
it in
change?
previous
All right.
patch.
So Hackbind tips. Instead of nerf for poison, they get increase. Guess what? I agree with that because it's a range unit. Range unit should either remain the same or get more and get the cost
Yes.
increase. So there is that. Do I think it was necessary? No, I actually almost never saw this unit, so whatever.
They didn't touch Sisters of Thorn, so I guess Sisters of Thorn just eat the poison change and.
Wild
Well,
Riders,
they've had cost increases in the past.
can
so perhaps that's
somebody
fine.
confirm? So wait,
But yeah,
why? What?
is that just frenzy?
So, but the thing is, for Wild Riders, they're non-AP unit.
Yeah, but still, it might just be an.
No, well, okay, they have the same AP
well, they
that
charge
Blood Knight.
bonus. You
Yeah,
remember the charge bonus change. So I
They
remember
also have the same AP as
But-
Blood Knights, and Blood Knights. They have more weapons.
Does
Blood Knight.
Frenzy give charge bonus in previous patch? 10%.
Oh, they increased it here. by two.
It used to give 8, now it gives 10.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
So I hope Wild Riders are the same, but technically this is a nerf.
Well, no, if Blood Knights were needing AP, I think this.
Blood
I think
Knights
it's the
did
same.
not receive any stat changes though, and Wild Riders did.
That's true.
That's basically like I don't get why Wild Riders out of all units. Like, are they
know.
better than? They are still way better than in previous patch because in previous patch they were unusable. So, but sadly enough, it means Stag Knights are decent, Wild Riders trash.
I mean, you can definitely look at the Stag Knights. Like, it's much more applicable to them. It helps them much more. Wild Riders, yeah.
And Lost
I mean,
Sylvan
Stag
Knights
Knights,
are just
great
plain
stags.
great.
Yeah,
again.
it'd be amazing.
Actually, no. Great Stag Knights were the ROR was never not great.
But I mean, now they are. Yeah.
On a safe or super broken to OP broken, how broken is Oxy? Oxy is super annoying, but I think he's just fucking cost-effective annoying piece of crap. I don't like him because I think he's slightly too good, but I don't know exactly what. Like, his concept is just super good. We all knew he will be. Like,
he's good on a conceptual level, and that's we're gonna have to see how he's played out. But unspottable on like a really good sniper unit.
He never gets
strong.
2k value. Like, we played a lot with him. He always get like more than 1,000.
No, in all of my games, Falcon, he got 2,300 value like every time, every game. He got 2,300 value like clockwork.
Okay, well, he is OP. Here you go. On a level of like super broken to OP broken, how broken is Oxy? He is too strong because his concept is too strong, and you can hide him. And the thing is, it's like everybody says, "Oh, you need to be good to counter him." Well, I guess I'm total trash. Because I guess he never get. I don't think he ever get like 22k value. He always like paid for himself, but barely.
Here's the thing: you don't beat Unspottable by being good. You beat Unspottable by being lucky and having one of your models walk into him. That's the only way you'll find him. His missile is really hard to see. There's a lot going on in the game. You will not find Oxyotl even if he's standing right in front of your army and shooting your lord. You won't see him.
Yeah, so basically,
unless you walk right into him.
Yeah, basically, like Oxyotl is the problem with Oxyotl is he is still decent in melee. Like, but unlike Alitanar, who like, you know, also relatively decent melee. Elite Anarch have to rely on his melee a lot. He costs more, he freaking shoots worse, and all he have is range. While Oxyotl don't have range, but he's unspottable, it's fine.
I'm not convinced of the Skink Oracle being OP. I think the shot is bugged, and it spends.
About the shot.
Is bugged.
So
The
about
shot
the
is
shot, let me just show you the shot. Like, it's actually not bugged. It's a feature, and everybody just before everybody will say, oh, they say themselves that it's a bug. They say themselves that freaking Stag Knights are bugged. It's not a bug. It's a feature. They did indeed forget to fix it, but I will and it should be fixed. However, not in a way you think it should be. Like, the double shot should be here. It has 20 ammo. CA said it's bugged. They said freaking Stag Knight charge is bugged. They are not right. So the bug, like they said, it's a feature. I will show you. Yes, it's not meant to happen. Let me show you something. And what should
he still
be?
spends the ammo.
It's actually, so, you know, every dinosaur, almost every ranged dinosaur have two types of attacks. It has Skinks attacks with range that you don't see, and you have the main attack of a dinosaur that you see ammo here. Guess what happens? The fucking
You might want to get rid of the patch notes if you want to show something on the.
Sorry. Guess what happens? The skink himself shoots. Look at him. He shoots himself, and then Headshotglodon shoots. That's it.
Yeah.
The thing is kind of obvious.
It's not supposed to do that.
No, he's supposed to do it. However, the thing is, Skink pause. Skink should have different attack. That's it. He should not attack the same and as much. He should have this little javelin attack or something. You see? It's not. He still shoots. He should shoot. It's a very clear from when he should. That's why CS said it's not supposed to happen. Well, they also should do is they should make Skink attack completely different.
They were perfectly even. Look at that.
So they both
Beautiful.
spent 10 ammo in just a minute. It's under a minute. It's insane. They spend their ammo extremely fast. Because they use the same that's what's bugged. They use the same you know, I don't care if CA said it's bugged, because they said freaking Stag Knights are bugged, and because of this, I have to almost freaking uninstall a game and quit it, because right now, every cavalry unit lose to every infantry unit in a game. It's just ridiculous on a live patch. Oracle should not be shooting? Well, why not? Just give him this little javelin attack. It should be like 50 damage, or like, I don't know, 20 damage with poison.
So the difference between a bug and a feature is the intention of the developer, Lotus Moon is saying. They did not intend for the Oracle to shoot, and they are saying that they didn't intend it, whether they're lying or not.
Well,
it's up to speculation.
And after that, they fucked up my cavalry for 3 months straight.
Yes, sure.
So
but the difference between a bug and a feature is developer intention.
A lot of features, it's bugs that never get fixed, and it's just community goes along with it. So, not sure about that. Like, it's the same word. I just like to call it feature because I think it is, and I don't think it should be like this. And I think it should instead get like all other, like, I'm gonna show you, like all other dinosaurs. Somebody like Beastlord, Solar Engine have 2 types of attacks. That have a little skinks that shoot. And don't tell me they shouldn't shoot, because they shoot. They deal very small damage. They apply poison.
Did shoot?
Yes, that's their damage. Their damage is 49. They have 18 and 8. That's basically what this guy should do, because he's just a guy who shoots. That's it. And I don't see a problem with it. And yes, he should have way more ammo. His damage should
Falcon,
be absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Do you want to show a test on the cavalry?
All right, let's test cavalry.
Because I'll bring. It's actually okay. I will bring 3 Blackworks and 3 Biggins, and you will see that Blackworks, like AP infantry, is still really friggin' good against cavalry. Like maybe too good, But non-AP infantry like Savage Orc Biggins,
What are you?
it's,
What were you testing it against?
I was testing it against Grail Knights.
Okay.
Grail Knights versus comparison between how they do versus Savage Orc Biggins and Black Orcs. Black Orcs,
let's
it's
test.
kind of an even trade and unfortunate, but they're Black Orcs, so. But Savage Orc Biggins actually took damage and didn't
Okay.
give it too much back. So yeah, we can test that.
Can you take Arc of Sotek on low armored infantry? It obliterates it. It's like 3k damage.
Yeah, it's really good.
Arc of Sotek is not a meme.
Arc of Sotek will be meta. Praise Sotek.
It's actually very good. It's just
praise the snake god.
You know, it's very good
Lizardmen
against
OP,
infantry.
please nerf CA.
Dude, Oxy.
Now-
Would Oxy? Oh, first of all, Oxy shots do get blocked.
No, Oxy shots get blocked.
tested
They're
it
also
against,
inaccurate.
I tested it against Chaos Lord. He have a serious shield. Like he was not taking damage sometimes. So they do get shots. They do get blocked. Doesn't mean he is bad. It means he is like not as overpowered as he kind of should be. That's about it. So he is very good. Like Oxyotl is meta for sure. He's like Marcos, more or less. All right, so you have so I have one less unit, two less Grail Knights than I should be, but it's fine. So just countercharge me across the board. So let's see, and I want to actually test Fade Rain as well.
Oh, well, we didn't get to the abilities section yet of the thing. And pull out? Like second charge?
Alright, so basically, as you see, you still cannot really face charge infantry. And if you don't have IP...
They do even versus...
Yeah, so I was testing it a little bit differently, like not like a Grail. So basically, should you use Grail Knights? No. Should you use other cavalry? Kinda yes. Should you use it offensively? No. Offensive cavalry still sucks. Like big time. They take too much damage. Like that's basically how to lose your Grail Knights in 10 seconds. Same thing. But at least they deal massive damage in return. It's not like previously, well, you did nothing to, you know, Beastlord or something. But
yeah, but Black Orcs are still crazy good against Britonia because they have armor. Britonia Knights don't have armor piercing.
Yeah, this is like ridiculous. Like
Black Orcs.
And as you
but
see,
the savages,
you actually now want to see it a little bit and fight with cavalry because kind of that's how it works now. Because like charges themselves don't really deal as much. So like cavalry is weird in a weird spot. It's usable, it's not very good. Alright, so let's go spells. You can still hammer and anvil. So cavalry, like I would say chariots are decent right now. Cavalry is kind of bad. You cannot play dragons. No, we can't play cavalry, but defensively. We must use area spells and infantry. Isram to back. Kinda yes, that's true. So it's still way better patch than previously. The patch that ruins everything is Rakard. Rakard patch, because they said it's a bug, and it was not a bug, they fixed it. Fixed! Alright, so spell miscast explosion. Explosive bite damage, explosive IP damage. Just a lot. So now just it's a lot of damage, that's it. But whatever, we will see. Probably it will still bugged out and sometimes you will get twice damage.
Yeah.
That's actually, I mean, we may test it. Okay, runes. Now you can overcast runes. They're on the right. So they just bound Winds of Magic, basically. Notable changes between own runes. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think you cannot use those runes at the same time. That means it just intensifies that you should never take a lot of runes. No.
So if you overcast a rune, that makes it into the master version of that rune. If you have a second caster that regular casts it, they will apply the non-master version of that rune. And that is the difference between.
And it's not gonna have cooldown? Like they have global cooldown now in runes.
No, the runes do not the characters, we can test it, but I'm pretty sure the characters have their internal global cooldowns. There's no there's no map-wide cooldown on a rune. You can cast 2 Rune of Wrath and Ruin in quick succession.
All right, so Vindictive Glare now again AP. I think it was AP, then it wasn't, now it's again. So Vindictive Glare get buffed massively. Oh no, it didn't. Number of projectile is lower. It's nerfed. Vindictive
nerfed.
Glare is slightly nerfed. Slightly.
Slightly.
Then
It's basically, I never overcast it anyway, but they nerfed the overcast.
Burning
so...
Hat. Oh, I knew it increased damage. Okay, now. So Burning Hat is nerfed, kinda deserved. Still very good against Tomb
It's
Kings
still
and stuff.
very good. Like,
Don't,
no,
like,
Burning Head is still Tomb King Bane.
Yeah, if you like take this like spell and you think, oh no, it's like it's a huge nerf. Pendulum get huge nerf because it was bigger, I think, as well. Burning Head didn't get as much. Lore of Death now attacks, now cause magic attacks instead of this useless leadership. It's very good. Magic attacks very good. Axe Pit of the Dread Knight. Soul Blight. Soul Blight is
Better.
worse because
No,
you
it's
use
better.
it for armor debuff. Now you have to use it for a P damage debuff. So it is worse, arguably. Like the thing is, minus 25 is not minus 50%. It's still minus 25. So, yeah, Soul Blight kinda stinks, but that's okay.
Wait,
Soul
what do you mean? It still does the 30 armor.
Well, yes, but when, especially, so the way you use Soul Blight is you overcast it and on focus fire. You use it for armor debuffs. The Soul Blight was always used for armor, and it used to be 50 seconds overcast.
Okay, so you're saying the duration reduction is worse? I don't
Duration
know.
reduction on base one maybe it's above, but on an upgrade it's a huge nerf. Like a
Yeah,
massive
no,
one.
I don't. I think the base, though, dropping like a fast 8 Winds of Magic, you drop that to 30 armor, weapon strength reduction. I think, considering if the hex area effects weren't were the same as they were before, it would be worse. But since it affects like the entire army in a big
Lotus,
blob,
like really, like only you will take Spearmish Cuff and try to skirmish with Lizardmen anyway. Like Lizardmen are superbly good against skirmish cuffs. They have javelins, chameleons have missile resistance, they have solar engines who blind it, they have now they have cheaper salamanders who have anti-launch non-IP, so they absolutely obliterate skirmish cuff. So that's not a test that anyone needs. So no, Oxyotl is very good though, of course. All right, so Enfeebling Foe get nerfed.
that's just a straight nerf. I don't know. They don't like Lore of Shadows.
Lore of Shadow is dead. Oh my god. Wait, I did
don't
not
like Lore of
expect
Shadows.
that. I did not. I liked it. It's one of my favorite lores. And I was using like basically all spells in this lore. I like the least Miasma because it's kind of boring. But oh my god, it's horrible. Dude, no, please never use Lore of Shadows. I guess against High Elves it's still decent because Pendulum still wrecks Sisters, but yeah, dude, Lore of Shadows, like Branch Race is still decent because you can have First Blood. Like Shadows, just base Lore of Shadows. Unless you go for something like only Pit of Shades or something, I don't know, like very weird. Just forgot it exists.
Doesn't Shadow have an AoE
Enfeebling
debuff?
Foe was a spell you always take. Well, no matter what other spells you take Enfeebling Foe. And the reason why I say it's dead, now it costs more as well. It costs 100 gold.
Ew. Yeah. Is the Wither... No, the Withering is...
The Wither is shit spell, sadly.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's good when you want to focus fight like one target and it's on a range of good or bad armor. Let's say it has 100 armor and you drop it to 70 and you feel good. But you need stacks. And if you overcast, it's pretty expensive and not very long duration. It's shit. The leadership debuff is completely useless. So, Lore of Shadows is worse Lore of Fire. It just is. Test if Y is nerf. CS at 10% nerf. The way to test it is simple and go in 1-1 and bring 5 units and someone. The thing is, the reason why greenskins were OP was not Y being OP. Y was not OP. It's just the cost effectiveness of their units. They may win without casting a Y a single time.
They have won without casting.
Yes, they have already
time.
won. So it literally doesn't matter. They have no idea what they're doing. I'm very much distraught about them. At the same time, I still think it's the best patch of the year because previous patch was the worst of any time, of all time. Like imagine a patch that completely ruins like 30% of game, 50% of a game. Basically, all monsters, all cavalry, all chariots become unusable. Previous patch, especially cavalry. Here you go. With like just counter charge, it's just oh wow. All right, so devolve. Devolve is different now. So devolve now have like weird. The thing is, you will see it. It's not very exciting. Now it's a cheap spell. So now devolve is your first spell, and it drops charge speed. Oh wow. Well, no, not really. Like it drops melee attack.
No, it's still a 20-second melee attack debuff for cheap magic. It's okay.
It's very cheap. It's 4 winds of magic. You don't see it on a stream.
The question
but it's
is,
4
how
winds
much
of
do you
magic.
pay for it? How much do you pay for it?
100 gold, 100 gold,
Yeah,
4 winds
100.
of magic. It's a good one. It's a good basic cheap spell. Nobody cares. Wild Tide though now have 100 range. It's slightly stronger, but it casts for like 3 seconds or so. So Wild Tide, and now it costs like twice as much. It's dead, more or less. You still want to maybe use it because it's still an AoE spell, and AoE spells are good, but you should use Fog of Doom.
No,
Or
I would add
Traitorkin.
the
Traitorkin get buffed immensely.
Traitorkin is buffed, yes.
We also have an upgraded Mantle of Gorak. Okay, so let's see what this upgraded Mantle of Gorak is. Oh, just twice the duration. Oh, never mind. You don't need to see it. So just twice the duration. It's decent.
Okay.
It's good to have. It's fine. So it's so basic Mantle of Gorak sucks, but if you upgrade it, it's good. You never should use the spell ever. Because you should never take Gorgon, and we will talk about that. So it's controversial thought, but the Gorgon is good in a specific build against specific factions. So you basically, if you want to spam single entities, oh, you can do it as Beastman now. You can be a single entity spam faction. Here you go. So that's pretty decent, but you kind of rely on your chariots anyway. So Lore of Beasts. That's a buff because that's only 3 seconds. Why this get straight up buff while that's a buff?
Soulblight.
Yeah,
Soulblight
well,
gets
Soulblight
nerfed.
get nerfed. Like the difference between upgraded Wild Form and upgraded Soulblight is like here is like 2%, or I mean 10%
Right.
or so.
Yeah.
Soulblight duration is freaking 40%.
On Greenskins, we didn't talk about how Fanatics got removed from the game.
Oh yeah, Fanatics.
So that's like the big Greenskin nerf where, hey, you're allowed to take elite halberds against Greenskins again because they won't die to Fanatics.
I would
So
want to
that's
make Gromor nerf, but Y is really sad. Dude, 10% Y chosen one, you wouldn't even feel it. Y is still the best ability in a game. Like, come on. Don't you cry about that chosen one. It's fine.
But yeah, the reason Soulblight was nerfed when Winston's wild form was buffed is, yeah, they just need to hire a math teacher or like someone who can
Curse of Honor
plan
here.
things.
So Curse of Honor here has again a huge nerf. So yes, now it drops melee defense as well. However, the duration is almost twice as short, and previously it was actually a pretty good spell to cast it and run away because it's a slow in BKOE, and now you can tag even more people with it. Not anymore. It's from purely defensive spell, now it's relatively semi-offensive, but the duration. This is insane. The duration is too
Uh,
much, and it's a very expensive
yeah.
spell. So is it absolutely dead? No. But I don't think you can even overcast it, right?
No, you can. You can overcast everything. Oh, most things.
Oh, it's just area more. That's why I never overcast it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this spell may be used for a reason you will never expect. I will keep it for myself actually. It's kind of interesting. There's like wow, there's like one thing you can do. Oh, I will keep it.
Mhm.
Beast.
You can catch kite builds.
Basically, almost every factions that have Lore of Shadows have Lore of Beasts or Fire. Use this ones. Lore of Shadows is dead. Lore of Beasts for the win. Manticore Summon +2 cost. Still one of the best spells in the game. It's fine. Shield of Suffering, you're fine. Plague Rush,
Yeah.
fine. Blast of Fields, yes. Yes. Pestilence Burst, mana cost.
I mean, even for 20 Winds of Magic, Manticore Summon is still pretty nice.
Wait, Pestilence. So Pestilence Burst is Plaguemon Summon. Why the fuck this would get nerfed?
Because Skaven OP. It's, yeah.
Okay, I don't see the reason for that. Skaven Summon, especially Plaguemon Summon and Basic Summon, are already the most, like the summons that are the most fair of them all, because you can literally instantly terrify them. None of them are immune to terror. They like, you will take terror against, like, they're weak infantry. They can't be routed. They have low leadership. Yeah, basically they can't be broken. That's why they're not OP. Like, it's whatever. Okay, whatever. Lore of Stealth, Nerf for some reason. Forge. Okay. Runes. So runes, I will not go over the runes because I think Inticity or somebody else already did it. I don't like dwarves. I already showed what runes you should take. It's rune of negation and
Well,
rune
Lotus.
of destruction, rune of Rust and Ruin. Other runes
Well,
are not as strong.
yeah.
Oh no, there is a
Although,
speed rune. I forgot.
what Lotus said, Locus of Power being too good, you have to remember, like, they get Locus of Power, but they lose army-wide magic resist, so I feel it's more like a nerf to me.
Oh, it's a huge nerf. So basically, Locus Fire is a stupid. It's only in 100. The thing is, Lotus, the reason why Locus Fire actually sucks balls is because the range is only 100. It's not global. While previously you get 40% magic resistance dwarves, which is better against everything. It's better against spells, but it's mainly better against magic damage like Sarins and stuff, which you saw sometimes. Because of course, 75% resistance is a lot. I think it's a huge nerf because it's only in 100. Say that to hybrid casters. Who use hybrid casters and not Manticore Summon against dwarves anyway?
Eltharion is going to be so much better against dwarves.
Like,
it's
what hybrid
casters
casters you're talking about against dwarves? Give me Vampire Counts Dyren from 7 summons. Oh yeah, Vampire Counts actually indeed get. At the same time, you say
I do want to see that. I do want to see that happen. I'll be happy.
Your Vampire Count should use Can Race now. Can Race are much better against them. There you go. Oh, so I don't think Locus of Fire is actually any good, really. Like, Lotus Moon said that yes, Vampire Counts, because they need to get a portion and summon, will suffer from it. Everybody else, and the thing is, because I'm not a Vampire Count main, I literally forgot that it exists. It's fine. Imagine Malikan item.
I wish
I know, right?
Malekith's items were any good.
I know,
Like,
right?
oh,
Even
poor
from, I don't know, even from, let's say, 50 meters, I will take it. But no, Malekith should suck. Because, dude, nobody ever sees Malekith's items ever, because balance of this game is perfect and no exploits. That's what I was talking about, Frenzy and Poison. From 20% to 15, speed from 24 to 15, and Frenzy, charge bonus slightly bigger. Yeah, Wild Riders suck. I don't know why they did it. The Brass Cleaver. Okay. Okay. So that's all the abilities. I round up all of them. Let's see interesting ones. Chilling hour -1%. Oh my god. What I'm gonna do with that? Hour of Protection. Wait a minute. Another nerf, secret nerf to High Elves?
Yeah, but it's secret, so don't tell anyone about it.
Fuck me. Dude, there was a combo that I was using a lot back in the day. It was... So you have... Oh, that was my Alariel. So you cast Shield of Thorn. You proc your passive on Dragon Princes. Because Dragon Princes are the best and they're a very cool unit. And in campaigns they suck. In multiplayer nobody were taking them. But I was spamming the shit out of them. I had 3 every game. And the thing is... I would not use this combo anyway, so I don't know why I even think about it. But still, it used to do 2% more here, 2% more here, and 1% more here. So it was 5% more effective. However, because of the way calculation works, it actually was quite a lot more. So here is a little bit math lesson for people freaking NCA. If you have, let's say, a unit that have 50% resistance, and you increase his resistance by 5%, how much less damage does he take? 5%? You know? Or no? Can anyone like in chat answer this? Here is a little quiz. I don't know. I hope there are people who can. So if you have a unit with 50% resistance and you increase the resistance by 5%, how much less damage does unit takes? Here, I will keep it like a little bit for a little, like, okay, we're gonna end conversation about this guy. So basically, that's exactly the, like, how here it works. Here it was not even 50%. The total stack resistance, it was 60 something, not even 50 something, 60 something. But yeah, against physical attacks, of course, not against magic attacks. So you can still like nuke it with Buna or play clock catapults or something. All right, so people can't count, but basically here is a little like if you deal 100 damage to this unit, you will deal 50 with 50% resistance and 55 with 55 with and 45%, right? 45 damage with 55% resistance, right? Gets what? 50 is bigger than 45 by 10%, not 5. You get 10% out of 50 damage. More damage mitigation, basically. 10, not 5. So by nerfing this thing by 6%, they actually nerfed it by 12%, more or less. Actually, even more because it was 60%. It was like something closer to 13 and 14%. Yeah. So 13 or 14%. All right, here you go. So done. So your thinking part, but it's HP gained. It's how much less damage they take. They take 10% less damage. And it's kind of big nerf. I don't know why they did it. Whatever. I'm not using this combo anyway. The Unrelating Warrior, Strengths of the Land, Condensed L4 ability, single version based. What the fuck even this ability? 5%? Does anyone know? Strengths of the Land?
You might want to get the patch notes back up on screen. I don't think they can see the same thing you're seeing.
Oh wow. How long we're not seeing stuff?
A couple years. Don't worry about it.
Probably. Yeah, basically like all of these abilities and 20%, like it's kind of sad, but I guess it's okay. So we have Brass Cleaver better, some things are better, Amphibian Foe sucks, remind you. So here's the thing. There's very, very clear meta right now. Meta is Chariots, Infantry, Steel Skirmish Cavalry, and AoE spells on the grounds that you can tag people with. Here you go. It's very
And
exciting
also
to
in
try
Red
it.
Frost Phoenix.
Oh yeah, Frost Phoenix don't have Frostbite. How we showcase Medusa mortar shots? It's not very funny because the cannon still shoots it, and you will see a cannon from Empire, and that's one of the matchups, like, or one of the only matchups you will take it because it sucks in melee. One river with like two or yeah. Let's actually know. You know what? I refuse showing you what you want to show. I will show you what actually matters. I will take a river with I don't know few ranks. Let's give it like 3 ranks. And just fight me with Medusa. Just try it. I dare
With Medusa?
Just,
Sure.
just
Actually,
fight at
also
melee.
just take an infantry unit to shoot, so for me to shoot, so they can see the
Okay,
shot.
sure. Kajis is very like good for you guys. He wanna show fun stuff to people. I don't wanna show fun stuff because it literally doesn't matter. The only thing it matters is this thing dies both from range and
You have
from
Tyrion,
melee.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I can bring a friend for him to
So
fight later.
beloved son of Britonia, Lance. Aha, beloved son of Britonia, more chargeable. That's cool. Lance formation, slightly better. Interesting. Flying wedge. Diamond.
It's the Bretonian cavalry mode. You know how you ignore
who
all
have-
those.
Who have diamond formation?
I don't know.
Somebody does, right?
I don't play this game.
Okay, so Fleur de Lis Banyo, let's go. So Repans gets slightly buffed, but this ability very bugged because it's a horse character, so it's actually sucks. Hour of the Lady gets slightly nerfed. Heart Trained and Dark Source, that's the reason why Mariachi is absolutely good, like insanely good right now, and everybody should take it. Fury of Cain,
Repans technically got
Barbet
buffed.
Net, Whiplash, Helm of the Kraken, melee defense to 10. Fuck yeah, Dark Elves against slight buff. Chill Blade, slight nerf, doesn't matter. Child of Blades, I have no idea what it is. Rune of Stoicism. Dwarven Nonsense. Flash Bomb. Oh, Flash Bomb! One of abilities that you cast on the ground, it takes everybody. Flash Bomb is ridiculously overpowered right now. You can
It's
slow
quite good.
like half of army with it. It's insane. That's why you should use this, weird box
Dwarf
builds.
kite.
Dwarf
Dwarf
kite
kite.
can be. Yes, dwarves can kite now. I'm not even look at dwarven stuff. Empire. Kaboom. Have no idea what it is. The White Cloak of Ulrich. Aha! Boris get buffed. The boss loons. Okay, here are the things that Hadges was said. So all loonies spinning loons abilities start with 15 cooldown and you have to recharge in melee. The recharge time was 90, now it's 45, but it's a huge nerf. Now you cannot instantly use it. Slate will be very disappointed. What can you say? I guess it's fine. I don't know why they nerfed exactly this unit this way, but I agree with that. I think loons are too strong. Lucky Banner.
It missed! Ha! It tried to shoot over Malice and
Oh, you
it
shot
ended
the
up missing its
Beavers.
spearman. Look at this. Look at this. Mortar. It has all the accuracy of a real mortar, guys.
Oh, let me
It
show
is
you.
terrible. No, don't
me
move.
show-
Don't move. Don't move. It can't hit them.
What the fuck?
It can't hit them. This is perfectly tested and fuck, man. Wait, maybe it'll hit. No, it's yeah, okay.
I mean,
It's
What?
shooting over Malice. Yeah, no, I'm targeting your clumped up
put
infantry.
Malus a little bit further in front. A little bit. I just can't. I mean, let me reposition a little bit. Let's help Medusa. Medusa
Yeah,
needs a
guys.
little bit of help.
Let's help the Medusa. She's tired.
Yeah, that's what I
and
was talking
confused.
about. Like, don't you bother with Medusa, guys. All right, so Get Malus
let's-
a little bit away. So you already shot him, but just
No, let me just do a straight shot because she still has the shot she had before.
oh yeah, yes. The previous
Like,
shot,
look.
as you see, kills Spearman.
Yeah.
The previous shot is actually pretty decent.
But the mortar shot can't hit anything apparently. Huh.
Oh, and the second shot bugged and killed like 2 guys. So yeah. All right. So let's just fast forward, get your Malus away, and let's just see how well Medusa does against the River unit. It's just a River unit. You know, nothing too special. And I'm just saying, that's a light cavalry, not a heavy even cavalry, not an infantry unit, not like something like which, I don't know, like freaking poisoned red crested kings that will poison it and not even get it away.
In the meantime, you can enjoy the speed of the
It's not-
fastest
dude,
cold one.
It's not a chameleon unit that will just shoot it to death. It's not freaking eagle that you or summon Manticore that you just summon or just get and just kill it. It's just a river. Just a river unit. I give it a little bit of ranks, but he also shot them, so it's like whatever. It's just a river unit. And it's just absolutely rough. Technically, without ranks, it would be just way closer of a fight, but it's 500, 600 cost unit against Medusa. Like, come on, it's way faster than it. Like, Medusa have
they're
no
saying
chance of getting away.
Wait, they're saying your stream is lagging hard. Fix your stream, boy. Dalton, you there?
Just
How's
a
your
sec.
connection?
Just a sec. So let me see. Hello? F? Lagging hard? What about now? Still PowerPoint?
I'm watching it. It's still PowerPoint. Yeah.
Wow. Well, right now should be fine.
Okay, hold on. Move around. Move the camera around or something.
Is this something like Windows Update or something that was like fucking me over or whatever? Well, either way, just I will show you results like on end screen. But yeah, basically, I hope you at least saw like this mortar shot that just couldn't see anything. Can you see? Can you hear me, or that's it? I mean, either way, we're like almost done with stuff. High elves get freaking nothing.
It's better. I don't know. Whatever. Fight me with Tyrion. Come on. I brought Malice for this.
Oh, you want to fight? Okay, just for you, dude. Let's go. Alright, so I need Tyrion to just proc his passive and it will be fine. Proc!
Too fast.
Yeah, it's
well.
like, yeah, well, I think that the way it goes is like you proc ultimate, then I run away.
Yep.
So it's either way. He won't even without it somehow. Hello guys, do you see stuff, please? Hello? No? That's it? Seems okay. Reviewers are alive and Medusa is not. Oh yeah, basically reviewers just beat up Medusa, guys. You sadly you missed it, but you will have to trust me on that. They just absolutely obliterate Medusa in melee. And yes, Eagle also kills Medusa. Summon Manticore's absolutely dumpster on Medusa. Cannon beats Medusa. Archer units, if there is some amount of a cost of Medusa, they beat Medusa. If there is less, she actually kind of does very well. She can pick apart archers like something like Angor Raiders relatively well. And then it gets stunlocked by Archer Fire, because of course it does. So, High Elves passives, Nerf, you didn't change. Nerf, buff to Frost Phoenix. 1 -1, basically +1 melee defense to Frost Phoenix. Absolutely ridiculous. Swiftness of itself doesn't matter. Arc of Sotek.
We got the poison wind effect.
Yeah, so Arc of Sotek is like ridiculously strong. It's like 3k damage on non-armored units. It's just ridiculous. Yes, decent melee combat, dice to light cavalry in melee. So here you go. Frostbite. Nerf, 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 nerf. What is that? What is Flaming Axe of Cormac? Oh, it's like for
The
Warchief.
Marauder Chieftain.
Oh
yeah,
my god, it
he's
doesn't matter. So slight nerf across the board. Skaven. Nerf, nerf.
Look, Tretch is strong. Okay, you shut up. Tretch is the
Okay,
strongest
patch comes
and the
tomorrow
bestest.
in like almost 24 hours, not quite, something like 20 hours, I think. Around like
Yeah.
patch come out in around
Yeah.
20 hours, guys. I'm pretty sure at least. Crown of Nihikara. Wow, I like this Tomb King change. Look at that. We have a picture at least. Vampire
Tretch is the
Coast.
strongest and the best. Shush.
Same. Oh my god, Sirens get buffed. Not Sirens. Okay, delete Sirens from a game. Please, can anyone like make a petition to delete Sirens from a game? Nobody likes this unit. Alright, so
Just tweak their charmed effect.
yeah, alright. So Red Fury, Black Kite, Mark of Corn. Thanks. Howl of the Forest now 10. It's a very shitty ability. Horn of the Wild Hunt now 60, buff. Banner of the Hunter buff. Same buff. Nerf. I don't know what Dragon Mask is. Charge bonus.
It's a campaign. That's a campaign item.
All right,
I don't know
so
why they included it here. But
battle. Fixed an issue when interpreting a projectile type spell could allow the player to cast it without cost of cooldown outside of range. Oh, they did
that's the infinite cast bug. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, freaking applaud for them. They did it. It took them around like freaking almost a year, but they did it. Fixed an issue that was stopping 360. Actually, like not like I actually think that's great. Fixing bugs, that's what I want. Fixing an issue that was stopping 360 on a great stack mount on a glade. Oh, that was a bug apparently. So apparently, great stack not having 360 was a bug. We thought it's a feature. Like always, it's not like that's the thing. They call it a bug, issue, I guess, whatever. It's a feature. Like it changes stuff, but whatever. It's all right. Fixed an issue that had Dragon Ogres use Zod visual effects and animation because they're the same unit. What? Oh, cough, cough, cough. Chariots will no longer collide with invisible dead bodies. I bet they will.
but what about the visible dead bodies of
what about
counts?
Yeah, what about like huge monster dead bodies? Drog Femirs, Line Breakers, and Killers. No. Fix some instances where unit did not break their hidden state when they
That's huge. Stock bug is maybe fixed. Or for like the Huntsman and Deepwood Scouts.
Finally, that might be that's great. Stops
they were
damage value.
They were basically getting snipe for free.
Oh, we don't see friendly fire anymore. Well, that's unfair. I needed this huge numbers on Skaven army. Come on, whatever. Especially, it's fine. Whip of Agony ability can no longer be cast on artillery. Fixed an issue where an overly harsh moral penalty is applied when the player only has flying units left.
Ooh, that's a buff to draw kiting. Thank you, CA.
So this is overly harsh now. Okay. Fixed. You can already like get a Star Dragon with full leadership from one corner of the map to another. I think Stalkback is fixed. Fuck yeah. Fix a situation where the player is unable to overcast Magic's missile spell. Fix some instances where sea battles would load incorrectly. Fix the modded issue where unit variant color behavior would not match. Mousing between shot type tooltip rapidly will no low cost to text become offset. Replace some placeholder icons. Spellweaver no longer bolt once they die. Oh. I actually kind of needed that, I guess. Fixed some
that was necessary.
Fix some issues when unexpected holes appearing on Grimble or Siren Hires. Okay. They needed some more holes, clearly. Fixed an issue with unit icons could appear beneath. Alright, so Tech Steel. I'm not supposed to give a review to a DLC, but I can give a review to a patch. And it's a great patch. Yes. Fix some terrain highest issue on MP. Ragnarok spiders no longer
High Elves. High Elves bottom tier, great patch. Thank you,
Still,
CA.
I still think great patch. Well, I think High Elves were bottom tier in previous patch. People thought Beastmen are, and I was routinely beating people with Beastmen with old units, with Morgor and stuff. So I don't see a problem. The sound effect for Warden's Cage ability no longer persists after the launch is one build. That's kind of, yeah, that was a, I don't know. I saw it a few times. I thought it's a feature. Clearly was very annoying. Campaign, you will know better about campaign. Here you go, guys. I'm gonna go drink a tea and
Falcon.
get my salt back because even
Falcon,
though, yeah, what?
I figured it out. You remember when we said so they changed Vampire Fleet Captain's ranged thing from 0 to 1, and you said it's not a ranged units? I think changing it from 0 to 1, the 1 is what was saying that this is not a ranged unit, because in MP unit caps, it says Vampire Fleet Captains no longer count towards the ranged unit cap. So they counted as a ranged unit in unit caps, and they fixed that by changing a 0 to a 1.
Interesting.
That is the fix.
Okay, good
not,
for them. All right.
So
I will.
they do not need an English teacher. They need a math teacher.
Yeah, they don't need English.
They could
teacher
also
now.
they could just use more teachers and.
Yeah, but math, like, I get it. So here is my, like, why I am not very harsh. Why I think it's a like, you know, best of the year patch. There is like literally only DLC team that balance in this game. There's no balance team. They're
doing the best they can.
There's like 4 people. There's like 4 guys that making decent content for us. It's not a Tomb King DLC, not a Vampire Coast DLC. It's not like on this level of, like, you know, goodiness. It's on a level
of those were broken on release.
It's not even like Skaven. Like, it's not even Iked Claw DLC. It's still decent. We will take
no,
it.
the quality of the overall DLC, in my opinion, with free LC rework with dwarves, ogres, like, this is one of the best DLCs they've done, or DLC patches they've done.
Well,
and
like you can do stuff. I cannot say anything that because I am not allowed to post any reviews. So here you go. But yes,
my not review is that I am happy with it. And that is not a review. That's just me saying I'm very happy with the DLC.
Vampire Coast versus Dark Elves still bad for Dark Elves? No, not anymore. I think Dark Elves with Lore of Fire, buffed infantry, they just spam shit and win. Previously, it was the opposite. Like, both factions spam shit, Vampire Coast wins. Now, both factions spam shit, Dark Elves should win. So, yep. I think it's a good patch. I like it. I'm actually kind of excited to try High Elves, even though I still cannot play Silverham Rush, which sucks.
Oh, Falcon, I made a High Elf build while you were talking.
Okay. What's a High Elf build? You have it saved or something? Oh.
Yeah, I've got it saved. Yeah, this. It's got a Frost Phoenix too.
Why do you have triple Dragon Prince though?
Because triple Dragon. Well, Dragon Princes in general like help with Plague of Rust. Like, Plague of Rust is good damage buff for them.
Well, you're gonna spend mostly on Final Chance anyway, but
mostly, but yeah.
Silverham's also can take it. Oh well, I like it, of course. I like the idea, but
this is I think going to be.
Well, again, this girl is not on an eagle, so I guess she will have to hide in Dragon Princess. Yeah, I see why Dragon Prince here. At least one needed here, but I don't know. I would take her on an eagle instead. Either way, it's a decent patch. Me like. Let's go, champs. I'm gonna, call it a day because there was a little bit of lag. So it's already like almost 3 hours. I need to get my tea and get a little bit of salt off because High Elves, actually a lot of weak factions. Dark Elves did get, okay, not a lot. So Dwarves, top tier. Beastmen, mid to top tier. Not sure how popular and good they are. Depends on my rule set.
Dark Elves are new Britonia.
Dark Elves are new Britonia, so Dark Elves are actually very decent right now. Empire is okay. Lizardmen are top tier, 100%. Norska is bottom tier. Skaven are low mid tier. Tomb Kings, I think, are good. let's say mid. Vampire Coast kinda low mid tier. Vampire Count's the same, low mid tier at best, I guess. Vampire Counts actually get a little bit better here because they needed this mass change kind of hard. And not mass change, just, you know, interactions. They do deal more damage with Cowries. They needed it. Vampire Counts are back as well. Chaos top tier, Wood Elves low, high mid tier or something. Here you go. That's my more or less prediction. So the worst faction right now, Norska. High Elves.
No, in my opinion, they're competing.
They're competing for this lower spot.
Yeah.
No Dark Elves anymore. Dark Elves are, you know, there used to be the worst elves. Not anymore.
Dark Elves are too good for the coveted worst faction slot. High Elf supremacy.
So Dark Elves now basically rely on Mariachi / Malikis on a cold one. Like Mariachi is on foot or in the air. Malikis on a cold one every game. Only because of this. So it basically Soul Stealer. Yeah, just rely. It's like Fae.
Well,
it's like Britonia relies on Drain Fae. Dark
they need
Elves
to
now
buff
rely on Soul Stealer.
Nolosi. They need to buff Nolosi,
They
give
did.
her a bound Soul Stealer
In previous
and
patch.
Frostbite on
In
attacks.
previous patch, they buffed Nilosi. It was the best. Now it's not anymore. TKBA, Marathi, Dark Elf Fae. Okay, so trying to learn how to play Dark Elf faction. My micro isn't up to the task and they just die low. Take very fat builds. Take
like Dark Elves.
Dark Shards.
Yeah.
Take Dark Shards. Take very fat build. If you're starting as Dark Elves, I would heavily suggest this Malikis. This, just a sec.
You're gonna have to show them.
This Malikis costs 1700. All he have is a cold one and a Soul Stealer. That's it. So you see the cost of Malikis? That's why he's so good. He's still like relatively tanky. Let me show you without. He's still relatively tanky. He has his resistances. He have his shield. His HP pool is bigger because he will heal himself, and Soul Stealer does good damage. So I would suggest take like just white builds with Dark Shards if you're learning Dark Elves, with some sort of elite infantry, I suppose, to boot up. Single entities depends. Depends on how much do you want. Why do I have so much money?
I think Malekith, like ultimately on a cold one, got maybe a little cheaper with the repricing.
Oh, dude, I was trying to get. Oh, whatever. I don't know. I think it was back again. Either way, yeah, something like this. A little bit of elite infantry, never bad. Never takes Sister of Slaughter ever. Always takes executioners, witch elves, corsairs, definitely blackguards. So maybe some cold ones only as protection unit. Don't use it offensively ever. If you take a cold one, never, and take Dark Shards as your main killing power. Never try Sisters, they suck. Never do yeah. I mean, that's more or less, that's probably the only, I mean, Medusa you may try because it's the best she has ever been. Thank you, Total War Jesus. Yeah, so I'm gonna go, actually, I am
also gonna go.
Yeah, now when I looked through this old patch, I actually very salty, so I'm gonna get my salt away with tea with a little bit of sugar in it, and here you go. Good night. See ya, guys.
See you later, everyone.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Hodges. That was good.
No problem.